This dude played a Esper, or a Wug, Dromar, Tog deck. And I was pretty, oh, you played at that event, nice, how'd you do? And this list looked pretty good. I have made some changes since seeing the initial build. I will say that. I saw kind of what was going on and just wanted to tinker around, make a couple tiny little changes. So we did that, and here we are. Some of the changes include going up on Warmth. I think that the little bit of edge you have against mono red, if you're playing straight up Dr.Teeth, you lose when you splash white. I think, of course, you can play a Tog quicker, but your ability to find sideboard cards becomes more narrow. So I wanted more warmth. I also added the Tsabo's Web. I don't think if we have swords that we necessarily need to be concerned. The initial list also played a powder keg on the side. I don't think we need to be concerned with that. I'm big on Plague. I like most of the sideboard. I do like what Armageddon does for the deck as well. But Meddling Mage, I think, is an extra threat, is a really good way to go. We're in our first round, and we get to be on the play, which pretty much just rules. All right, this hand has Functioning Mana. Duress in the Meddling Mage is pretty good. It kind of asks us to open up on SIDEBOARD, but I think that's okay. Simon says, hi, good luck. You too. But I don't think I can pass up Duress in the Meddling Mage, so we're going to keep. Hopefully this isn't Sly. I got to stop saying this shit out loud, though. That's like how to summon Sly into your bracket 101. All right, Duress you, tap for a black. We're gonna like sign up to take some damage to our mana base for this curve. Jon Cawley played it. Just looked it up. Yep, Jon Cawley. This is only a couple cards off of Jon's list. All right, looks like we're playing against Dreadnought, which is really good for us because they only have the one Daze. So we're gonna take the Daze, and then we're gonna play a Meddling Mage, naming Phyrexian Dreadnought. Then we're gonna play a Meddling Mage, naming Phyrexian Dreadnought. They do have a Stifle, so we're just gonna play the island. F6. Take a draw. It's another Duress, which actually isn't bad, but for now, we'll just play the Mage. All right, is Mage going to resolve? Yeah, it is. Phyrexian Dreadnought. F6. For real, I saw the video where 2 Black Vise was manifested. Yeah, I did not like that. We did not like that at all, chat. I think I'll keep this hand that only loses to 2 Black Vise on the blind. Opponent, 2 Black Vise. I was upset. We draw a Diamond, which means we don't have to fetch, which is really nice, but let's go ahead and go to combat before we do anything else. Beep. I do like that the island opens up Gush for us. We're actually going to Duress first before we do anything else. Black, no response. Here comes my Duress. Ooh, did I miss a sub, Scryhard? Did you sub? It says, thank you, Scryhard, for getting us started. Yes, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Scryhard. We've got Opt, 2 Vision Charms, and a Stifle. I can just like take this Counterspell and staple another Meddling Mage to the ground, and that should be all she wrote. Yeah, we'll take the Counterspell. Leaving their hand is Vision Charm, Stifle, Island, Vision Charm, Opt, which should be a 5-card hand. Yeah, we know the entire hand. And they can't stop me from doing anything. All right, I will not fetch. I'll just play the Mox Diamond, pitch the Flooded Strand, play the Meddling Mage. And contrary to what people think, oh, name Chain of Vapor. No, just name Dreadnought again. The chance that they can deal with both Meddling Mages is almost 0. They're going to opt probably looking for Daze. They need a lot of things here. Daze or Gush foil is an option. How are we feeling about this Meddling Mage, bro? They found a foil? Great. So they're getting rid of Vision Charm plus their other island. They kind of have to foil this. They can't beat the second Meddling Mage, I don't think. But at least their hand is Vision Charm, Stifle. So we just need our Portent to find us a Tog, and we're basically there. I can just look at the deck, but what's the difference between this build and Grow a Tog? The biggest difference is that we're not splashing any colors outside of white. So we're just Esper. So we're not doing Quarian Dryad, meaning that we can play 8 fetches because we only care about Island. So the mana base is a little bit more stable, but we also just have more space for like Tog things, like we're an accumulated knowledge deck. Duress, Flooded Strand, I don't know how we lose with those cards, so we'll bury the Flooded Strand. We cannot make a land drop. We'll bury the Duress. We're not going to cast that for a couple turns, I don't think. Underneath the Flooded Strand, underneath the swords, I won't shuffle. I want the swords because our opponent could develop a Mishra's Factory, then our inevitability clock goes away. But you're right. It is like a merge between traditional Dr.Teeth and Grow a Tog. That's basically what we're doing. Ops just passing. We're going to draw a land here, which is fine with us. We'll just put another Mox Diamond. We'll probably actually hold our Mox Diamond. We're just going to attack. The reason we're not going to play Mox Diamond is because another card that we're concerned with is Powder Keg. So I'm just going to wait till I draw this Duress and Duress them. Then if the coast is clear, we can go ahead and play the Diamond. We're kind of building up resources because eventually they'll find a Chain of Vapor and I'll have to re-establish the Meddling Mage. Untap, take a draw. We'll open on combat, attack for 2, damage. We're also kind of looking for a Gush though, but they're never going to let this fetch resolve, I don't think. Duress opponent. All right, they've got the Dreadnought combo. They've got 2 Stifles. I guess if there's one that I want them to not have, it's the unique one, so we'll take their Vision Charm. Knowing they have Dreadnought, Stifle, Stifle is their hand. Then we don't need to play out any lands. We can just pass. 70-person tournament? Shit, that's pretty good. They're just passing. Now we just kind of want to like double our clock, resolve another threat. That ain't another threat. Go to combat, attack. Yeah, opponent's got 5 turns to find Chain, but if they find a Gush or something, they can speed up their ability to do so. Can Oppo phase the Meddling Mage and then play Dreadnought? Vision Charm only phases out artifacts. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna like chill and put this Flooded Strand into play in case they do tap out. That'll let me fetch, so if I find Gush, I can use it. Opponent now has 2 unknowns in hand. Just passing back. Great. On tap draw. Ooh, Natural Island's actually fine here. If we find a Gush, we're in the money. We haven't seen one yet. There's 4 in our deck. You go to 8. I will just play out the island and I will pass. Tap for 3. All right, flash for 1. I'll fetch now, knowing they have 2 Stifles in hand. Grab another basic island. No response. You're up. Little factory action. That's something we're going to have to concern ourselves with. But we can't stop attacking either, so we'll go to our turn. Ooh, Portent's quite good here. Let's Portent us. Looking for Gush now. AK, Mox Diamond, Tog. I mean, a Tog also wraps this gig up just fine. Okay, let's bury the Diamond under the Tog, under the AK. I will not use the ability. They've got Stifle, Phyrexian Dreadnought, Mystery. They could man at the factory and block. If I Swords to Plowshares and they have a Counterspell, we're like kind of in deep shit. So we're actually going to wait until we can resolve the Tog. Ill-Gotten Games, what's going on? How you doing? It should flashback flash here. Yep, that happens. The real Captain Wacky, what's up? Is there a current song command? There is not. I have not set that up yet, sorry. I can tell you that it's Tame Impala. And then you're good to go, opponent. Impulse, that's not a chain, so we're unlikely to get Dreadnoughted next turn. Also, I haven't yet seen evidence of accumulated knowledge. We also saw Opt. So I'm going to kind of run with the assumption that our opponent likely doesn't play AK. Draw my own AK. Opt. There's another Opt. Yeah, I don't think they're on AK. So that's going to mean that I don't have to sideboard out one of mine to not be so aggressive with the AKs. Because the person who casts the first AK is inherently disadvantaged. They're gushing. Sure. No response to that. We're impulse. And they're really going for it right now, which I think is probably correct. Or they're just going to combat. They're going to end combat. They've got 9 in hand. They have to discard 2. Let's go ahead and cast an AK. We know what it draws. It's Psychatog. We're really going to be unhappy with draw for turn. It's going to be a City of Brass, but I think that's okay. What did they pitch? Another flash and a Stifle. So we just know about Dreadnought, Stifle as the cards in their hand. Let's see if they've got an answer for my Tog. If they do, it's foil. And if it's foil, we're pretty pumped for them to go back down to 4 in hand. This means we can get in with the Meddling Mage and Swords to Plowshares the factory. And we're still just kind of in the Gush waiting room. Is the Paul McCabe in chat? I don't know. Are you? Paul, are you here? All right, the Psychatog resolves, meaning that I'm actually not pressed to attack with the Meddling Mage. Surely they found their first Chain of Vapor. Although maybe it's just a flash. The Psychatog does represent lethal on its own. So if they burn their chain on the Tog, we might have an avenue there. Continue. Our opponent, it's a little bit chain or bust here. You can't really, I don't have anything. They don't know that. They can't afford to play around anything anymore, I don't think. They just had that Mistress Factory like they were going to cast a Phyrexian Dreadnought, but I've had this Meddling Mage the whole game. They need to play around Counterspell. Yeah, but they can or they can't. Like their window of opportunity is closing really, really fast. They may have forgotten what Mage's on. That's possible. Yeah, they might have the ton of counters and no chain. That's actually usually what their hand is. Them going to discard is a hard tell that they don't have chain. Either that or they are next leveling the shit out of us. They pitch Stifle, so we only know about Dreadnought now. Let's go ahead and Portent ourselves. Now we're really just looking for Gush. Another mage is cool. I think if they, it's interesting. How many foils have they used? Is that actually just okay? They've used 1 foil, 1 counterspell. Is this mage good enough? The other cards paired with it are actually awful. So if I take this mage, what's the plan? Play the mage, get it countered? No, I think we're looking for Gush. Any order? Yes. Combat. We're getting in with the Tog. If they don't have chain, they have to just block this. All right, they're not going to block. That's fine. I will actually pitch a Mox Diamond. I'm going to go for lethal here. Because if they have a chain, I need them to use it on the Tog. And they have a limited number of chains. So if they use it on the Tog and not the Meddling Mage, we're pretty pumped about that. And we just got to get it up to 8. 3, this is going to be 4, and this will be 8. Yep, chain's fine. I will not sacrifice a land. Okay, combat damage, and then we're just going to chill. We only know about Dreadnought in their hand. They use their chain on not Meddling Mage, which is pretty cool. Do I want to re-expose Psychatog right now? I kind of think if they counterspell it, they can't use a second chain, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if they even care about it at this point. Who knows if they actually care about it? Yeah, I'm just going to jam it. Counterspell, sure. All right, you're up, opponent. Portent, be good to us. Our first Gush really puts us in this game in a big way. Well, if we can resolve that, that's also good. Cast Powder Keg, no response. All right, now we kind of got to get in with Meddling Mage. We know one of the cards in their hand is Dreadnought. The other one could be Counterspell. They've already used 2 counterspells. They're going to Gush, sure. No fair. Opponent found 2 of theirs before we could find 1 of ours. We know their hand's Dreadnought, Island. Next turn. Tough, huh? Combat. Busy bee. Attack, Plow the Factory is my play, yes. They're just taking, which is pretty great. And now we're just going to chill again. Keg ticks up. They're just passing. On tap, draw. Man, our draw, not finding Gush here has been a huge detriment to our game plan. Let's go to combat. Here, I think we need to save Plow for the Dreadnought. So we're actually just going to pass through. We're just going to make them pop their keg. Portent is fine. What are things we haven't found? We haven't found a single Counterspell. We haven't found a single Gush. Pretty important cards. We found multiple Meddling Mages, which is very good for us, but absolutely no luck on a way out of this factory powder keg gambit our opponents got going. I'm surprised they're not popping the keg here. What better time than now? Okay, they're not going for it. They must be playing around. I think they're playing around ghosts right now. I ain't got shit. Man, these top decks, huh? All right. Polluted Delta, cast Meddling Mage, force them to use a piece of permission so the swords might resolve. Yeah, you got it. No response. You're up. RNG's been brutal. Yeah, it'll happen. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, you've got a Dreadnought. Stifle's also fine. So we're out of information. They've only got 4 in hand. They've used how many counterspells? 1, 2, plus 1 in exile, right? 3. So they've only got 1 of those left. They could hardcast foil. We're actually going to draw, and we're going to fetch first. But we're going to draw before we fire off this Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're taking the draw before STP. AK, yeah, we'll take that. AK, draw 2. AK, draw 3. Got that 4th counterspell, buddy? Gush, sure. How about this AK? Impulse, why not? We're at the point where finding another Tog is also just incredibly lethal. It can also, like, block a Dreadnought. Is this cool or are we countering it? Okay, this is cool. That's a Psychatog. Let's go with a basic Plains. Let's try to STP the Dreadnought. Foil, let's counterspell the foil. Hope they don't have Daze. We haven't seen very many Dazes, so it's very possible. All right, we got 1 Dreadnought, F6. We could have actually played around Daze by playing Mox Diamond. Let's not make that punt again. Opponent's 36 cards deep into their deck, so the chance they don't have the ability to go for it again is super low. They also just have 2 factories now, so that could be a plan. F6, I got nothing for your factory attack. Hey, deck, we're over half the way through. Can we, like, start chaining some Gushes together, perhaps? Also cast 3 AKs. Gush, yes. I love you, Gush. Cast by bouncing island. Chaining Gushes, exactly what the doctor ordered. Let's play this diamond out now. Pitch Flooded, black, Tog. All right, now we're in the money now. I was about to ask you why you didn't drop the Mox. I was just kind of holding it because this deck usually plays 2 powder kegs, but now I feel like powder keg doesn't even blow me out. Thanks for reposting yesterday. Oh, of course. All right, now I think they're on the block with factory train, which is exactly the position I want them in. Daze is pretty dead here, but we'll play this island, go to combat. Yeah. That was a mistake. That was absolutely a mistake. All right, they're gonna let damage happen. Let's cast Gush. If we can find another piece of hard permission, we're gonna go for the kill. We'll go for a slight pump. Exile 2, 1, 2. We've got 8 in hand, but we're gonna cast this Duress. Exile 2, Meddling Mage, and then I'm cool to deal 3 to you. Then we're going to tap for a black and Duress you. Want to hardcast this foil? Chain of Vapor. That's fine. How about this Duress, though? Daze and 2 Dreadnoughts. We like that hand. All right, we know you can't answer this. So 1, 2, 3. Psychatog. You may go. Yeah, you got a Dreadnought. All right, Vision Charm. I think that's worth a counterspell. Leaving them with their last card in hand is Phyrexian Dreadnought, and they know that I know that, so now they have to start blocking with factories. So I'll attack with Tog, they'll block, I'll pump it big enough to kill, then I'll play a second Tog, and this game should be over. We'll go to game 2. Another island, we don't even need to play it. Black, wait, why would I even play this Tog? Let's just go to combat. Let's get one of these factories out of here and set up lethal next turn. 1, oh, you're going to damage. Well, I know the last card in your hand is Phyrexian Dreadnought, so discard Polluted Delta, discard Flooded Strand, discard Island. Would still play it to have 2 attackers. We are going to play it post-combat. So that's 4, and in the graveyard we have 7. So yeah, I think we know that the last card is Dreadnought, right? Like we're not before blockers, right? No, we're not. Yeah, discard here, discard here. Now there's 8 in the graveyard, and that's 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 1 more card. Discard here, and then exile my whole graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 damage. All right, we get there. How to sideboard against Dreadnought? Annul and Disenchant. Do I weirdly want Tsabo's Web? Nah. It shares a CMC with Meddling Mage, and I'm already concerned with Powder Keg on 2. What don't we want? Armageddon can go. We can lose like 1 Psychatog. We're on the draw. Our foil's probably not actually that bad. I think our Dazes suck, though. Something like this looks fine to me. Submit. Now, our opening sequence was very good that game. Duress directly into Meddling Mage with perfect info, but Lord, we're looking to eat my clock. They're still behind on time, I believe. But our opening sequence was good, but it took us so long to start drawing into our money cards. They were all in the bottom half of our deck, so we almost lost control of that game there. Like, they were close to digging out. We can't keep this. Meddling Mage, Counterspell. I think, yeah, we keep this. We pitch like a swamp. Done. Island pass to me. Take a draw. Duress is very good. We're going to try to do the same thing to them this game, I guess. Lose a life to black, duress you. Mana short, stifle, vision charm, chain, flash. We just take chain. Yeah, we just take chain. F6, island down. Let's see if they find a counterspell because I'm just jamming this mage. Island, mage. Counterspell or Daze, both very possible. Our opponent's deck's full of them. All right, didn't happen. Phyrexian Dreadnought and F6. Third island. We know most of their hand still. Untap, take a draw. City of Brass is fine. Polluted Delta combat. Attack and pass. Flash for 1. Yeah, while they're flashing for 1, we'll just fetch. So they can't stifle me getting my island for Gush. Continue. 3 known cards in hand. One's a mana short. I'd love to have a diamond for the mana short here. We mana shorten me right now? Yeah, I'm out of mana. All right, let's go Gush. Wait, we can play around Daze. We should do that. And we know they have they have a stifle in hand. So we'll actually play City and then we'll Gush. Okay, well, at least we got the bad draws out of the way. Go to combat, attack, and pass. That must have just been a tempo mana short, literally just to stop me from casting a Tog because they're probably very unprepared for it right now. Parallax Tide is actually fine here. I know they've got Stifle and Vision Charm in hand, which are effectively dead. Here comes a land. I'll tap this. I'll Portent me. We know they're going to stifle the Parallax Tide, but I want to set up a diamond if I can. Yeah, you got it. It's gone. Do we see a diamond? We don't. We see a foil, though, so we'll actually just keep this. Bury the island under Annul, under foil. Don't use the ability. Combat, attack, F6. Yeah, no more damage from cities. Perfect, exactly. 2 mana, Powder Keg, Gush, sure. Another land, Impulse, sure. Looks like they want to pass the turn, which is cool with me. All right, me go. Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll play Polluted Delta as our land for turn. That way, if they try to grab it with the Tide, we can fetch. Then they have to use the Stifle on the fetch if they want to lock me out of lands. They could always have a second Stifle for the Tide, but that's like fine. We don't care. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, we're going to fetch. Got a Stifle? No, cool. Island, continue. You're going to want to Stifle that one. Yeah, it's stifled. I'm not even going to bother foiling it. I've got a handful of lands. Another Tide. This one I think is good enough to annul. We want to start holding up Counterspell if we can. Big Gush, yeah, we don't care. I think we want to foil back here. Foil, your foil, pitching, island, pitching. Honestly, just another island, I think. How deep you want to go, buddy? Misdirection, sure. Down to 2 cards in hand. One of them's a Vision Charm. We do need 2 islands for Gush, but we need white for swords. I will lose to a factory here. All right, you got a Tide. Delta, combat, attack, F6. What is this, a keg? Gush, impulse, flash. Yeah, I can't stop you. Yeah, you got a flare. So take 4 here. I like that. There's a Tog. Go to combat, attack for 4, and F6. I'm still not playing lands into this active P-Tide. End step, Meddling Mage goes bye-bye. Take a draw. It's a Disenchant. Now I think we're pretty cozy playing this Polluted Delta. See if they want to go for a double Tide. Protect the City of Brass because they're definitely going for Dreadnought next turn. And if they can't protect it, I've got 2 chances to fight it. Oh, they're just passing. Okay. I will, I'll fetch. Grab another island. Okay. You did that. Okay. Now I can untap. This is weird. This feels fake. Swords is a fine draw. City go. I'm going to trade a Stifle for 1 island. Weird. I would have actually traded a Stifle for 1 island. Maybe they just don't have it. Land. Another Parallax Tide, number 3. Phyrexian Dreadnought. We'll Counterspell. No response to the Counterspell. That's fine. Yeah, that resolves. All right. Swords. Got a Daze. All right. Cool. F6. Opponent's back at 18, but I am slotted to resolve. What's going on, Mr. Mushroom? Looks like the doctor's in, baby. Yeah, that's right. Esper Tog. I got game 1. Here's a Tog. I'm not going to belabor it. If you got a Daze, you got a Daze. F6. All right. We got round 1. 1-0. Nice. Well, I think this hand's exactly not it. 5 lands. Colors are good, but Duress turn 2 do nothing into Psychatog is not what we're signing up for. They have premier events, which you can only join using them, but it's usually limited or non-pre-modern constructed events. Oh, so they're useless, is what you're saying. All right, I'll mulligan this hand. Just like immediate regret. No, that 7 was still awful. We'll look for a good 5. All right, this hand has double AK, recovers the mulligan. Mox Diamond, City of Brass. I guess forget about the diamond. Keep these 5. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not great, but you got a plan. At the end of the season, will let you join Vintage Cubes draft with them as well. Oh, that's cool. Floody Wuddy? Sure. Fetch now. Yeah. You're afraid of me being Stiflenought, huh? Will cost a white. Mother of Runes? Ramosan Sergeant? Mother. Yeah, that's getting swords immediately. All right. City, swords, mom, beep, boop, F6. If you never use them, at least you should join limited sealed events so you can at least get these cards and maybe spike a nice rare. That's fair. That's a good point. I have a stop in my opponent's upkeep, which is just woefully unnecessary. Yo, Neon, nice music. How are you? Chilling, buddy. Just jamming the league, the challenge. We're currently 1-0. We're playing a Wug Tog list. This looks like white weenies. Probably not the best matchup for us. Our E-Plague should help. Also, this Tog kind of doesn't care about that Silver Knight. I'd rather have a Plains than a Swamp, I think, with this configuration. So I'm just going to play Polluted Delta and pass. We're going to take some beats from the Silver Knight, which is a bummer. Wug Tog, yeah. So it's a very cool deck. the mana is noticeably worse, but we get diamond. So we've got, it's kind of like a merging between Gat Grotog and traditional Dr.Teeth. You get some of the consistency from Dr.Teeth, but a little bit of the explosive option plus swords from Gat and Armageddon. This was ripped from the Eld Open, which happened last weekend. And it looks pretty good. Mox Diamond in a Silver Knight deck. I don't know if that's the way. It's interesting. Maybe they're playing like White 5. Yeah, that's no Dark Art way. So this could be like a Flippi style list. Got its ups and downs, I guess. Yeah. Weathered Wayfarer? Yes. All right, unstep. It's definitely time. We need to get Tog into play for starters. They've only got 2 in hand. The chance that one of them's a swords is actually like very high, but we do what we got to do. Tap for 2, cast AK. I'm going to F6. What do we see? Another Psychatog? Well, now I don't care if it's swords. Ooh, Duress too, huh? Duress AK then Tog? They're going to start Wayfarering. So I need to get this Tog into play before I lose black mana. A little bit awkward. Flooded Strand, fetch. We'll grab another island. I'm not going to get greedy. Gush is still a huge part of my deck. Black. Here, you got it or you don't, buddy. All right, they don't have it. Or they're playing around ghosts, one of the two. Activate that Wayfarer, get you a Wasteland. That would be a good start. Oh, swords now? Do I gain some life? I think so. Exile 2. Just swords and Polluted Delta. Go up to 15. It'll buy me a turn of getting attacked with the Silver Knight. This Weather Wayfarer, if their deck's built correctly, ought to go get Wasteland, forcing me to main phase an AK. What's that hideous Silver Knight version? Probably just some MTGO only shit. He's probably renting the deck. What can you do? Yep, there's the Wasteland. Yep. What I'd like to do is AK into Gush into Diamond. That would be very good here. Right now, our opponent isn't doing anything too scary still. If we can like resolve a Tog and get it like hang out and play, it's pretty. Ooh, there's the Gush. Let's actually start with AK. All right, there's a Delta. Let's go ahead and Gush. Well, now I kind of don't have to, right? What if I just fetch for a swamp and duress them? I guess they could go get Rishport. I do want to resolve a Tog, though. Let's figure out what our opponent's deck's actually doing. Yeah, we'll take a fetch. We'll let them get another activation out of that Weather Wayfarer, maybe, depending on what's in their hand. Swamp. Gush in response to Armageddon. Yes, they do have the Armageddon. They also have a Disenchant. Well, I'm actually indifferent to Disenchant. Armageddon actually is... It's a card we play, but we're not currently set up to beat it, so we'll hit the Armageddon. Leaving their last card as Disenchant, we'll pass. If they don't find swords in the next turn or two, this Psychatog should freeze the game up for a little bit. There is one Armageddon in our main, one on our side. We do have the card. Factory, ooh, I like that. That's a smart pick. Kind of developed clock. I'll take 2. However, did you find swords, huh? Yeah, let's actually do this. Return to islands. I want to see if I can find a something. Another Gush. That's cool. We'll play an island back out. Tap this, play the Tog. You find it, boss? Pass to you. Oh, sorry, my Nightbot's still set up with mono red hammer time. My bad, guys. Oh my god, what's up, baby? All right, Weather Wayfarer can no longer be activated. You found another swords. Man, I wish that was me. All right, Exile 2. We're going to gain some more life. Gush, Duress. All right, yeah, gain 3. That's fine. Now we need a white source pretty bad, but we know there's a Disenchant in their hand. So we're looking for like actively Flooded Strand. Another Factory too. Man, opponent. You got it good over there, huh? Yeah, I take. All right, my turn. Untap white source. Another Duress. Okay, well, I'm going to get the Disenchant out of their hand since our Mox Diamonds are starting to look like they'll matter if we develop one. Island, we're going to have to take... Wait, we can't. No, we have to develop now because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we don't actually get a choice here. Gush. Ugh. AK? I mean, does it save us? Kinda. City of Brass? Oh, wait, no, it's not a... No, we just lose. That needed to be a diamond. That's tough. Our opponent drew hot heat off the top for the entirety of the game. Plague should be good, as should Tsabo's Web. Hydroblast and Annul, no. Armageddon, no. Disenchant, no. Just these 4, I think, should be just fine. Our opponent's trying to Armageddon us. I think our Armageddons might be better when we're on the play. Do we want like Disenchant for their diamonds? I wonder. What can we afford to lose? I think our foil on the play is pretty abysmal. I think our Togs are good, but our Meddling Mages might be slightly better. That side we're bringing in Plague, so that can't be the case, right? We'll trim a Duress. We'll trim on a... They're a diamond deck. I guess we can trim 1 Daze. And then, yeah, I think their Armageddons are just going to be better than ours, actually, the way this game's going to shake out. I just want to become an E-Plague deck, Tsabo's Web deck, do that thing. Is there a chance I want to bring in, like, the first Disenchant? Is that better than, like, our Daze? I think the first Disenchant might be better than our Daze. All right, yeah, this seems fine. Oh, we're looking up Wayfarer? Yeah, I got to not have lands at the time that they activate it. It doesn't check. It's an activation check to see if your opponent has more lands. Once you've activated it, it's kind of just been activated. Opponent spent a whole game ripping fire, which was hurtful and not nice. I would like to spend my whole game ripping engineered plagues and putting them on human. All right, yeah, I want to play first. That was a mulligan to 5 in my defense. This hand's fine. Yeah, keep. Land, tap it, portent moi. Are you a pile of good cards? You're like reasonable. I don't think I need that Delta, but I can bury it. I can Meddling Mage on like relevant spell eventually. Yeah, we'll bury the Polluted Delta under the Portent, under the Meddling Mage. No shuffle, F6. Little Plains, little Weather Wayfarer. Yeah, we kind of have to swords that, so we will. We'll start on Portent us. We can actually shuffle in a different way. 2 counterspells, actually not bad. Same deal. 1, 2, 3. No shuffle. City of Brass. Swords here. White F6. Can you sack Delta in response to Wayfarer's ability? No, right? Exactly. So once they activated it, it's activated. So the Wayfarer checks to see, does an opponent have more lands than you? Then it can activate. If you all of a sudden don't have more lands, it doesn't check again. It's kind of weird. Plains, yeah, you got it. Silver? Another Wayfarer? Sure. Savannah lands, also fine. I almost wonder if I just want to hold my land and get my Meddling Mage into play. Name like, what's relevant here? Silver Knight? White, blue. Lose a life. Meddling Mage. They had a Dark Our Way, so I wonder if they're playing Standstill. Silver Knight would still be a nightmare. It would rule the roost right now. So I'm going to name Silver Knight. Although, what are the chances that's still in their deck? Kind of high, right? Like they interact really well with Meddling Mage. They have to know I have it. Yeah, we'll just name any card. What we're really doing with this is just trying to trade with the Savannah lands. You're up, opponent. Oppo can do the reverse, though. Activate the Wayfarer in response to their land stacking. Yes. I'm going to hold my lands. I'm assuming my opponent has at least one. White, Phyrexian Furnace. Yeah, that doesn't really matter very much. I've got AKs, but it's not the end of the world. Right now, they're probably tanking on, do I play the land? Do I play behind for this Weathered Wayfarer, or do I just chill? I think that's probably what's going through my opponent's head right now. We're going to go to combat. I will block. Block. Yes, please. Okay. Ooh, they fetch? Ew. So they're going to let me get lands into play, which feels pretty good. This could be a Silver Knight, which is what I named on my mage, but I think that's fine. We've got a couple turns to find it out to that. We got a Polluted Delta on top, which isn't great, but again, eventually, if we live long enough, we find Engineered Plague on human, and that'll be pretty good. Follow on NeonMushroom Spotify. You're welcome to. All right, on tap. Now we can safely get a land into play. I don't care what you're doing anymore. Eat that bottom card. Yeah, you got it. Now we're somewhat stable. I don't even think I need to cycle through this AK. I'm actually free to just like hang out right now. I guess the AK could find me my second swords, which would be pretty good. Ooh, attack for 1. Yeah, deal. All right, yeah, I guess I talked myself into it. I will cycle through the first AK. Wow. We will we'll lose a life here and we'll swords that. Anyone going, you should have done that before combat. Holding out Counterspell is kind of a big deal here, I think. Next turn, on tap, draw a banger. Bonafide, land go. Now we don't have to play this Tog till we have an active Counterspell up. We haven't been through any Gushes either. We're 15 cards in, so we should start to find those somewhat soon. They're just passing, that's pretty great. Do I fetch here? I don't need to. We'll just draw another island. So now I can just go, this is Esper Tog Equinox, correct. I almost don't need to play Tog, although I can't just like sit here forever either. That said, I can just wait to find Duress. No, I think I'm going to be weird, and actually, I'm not going to take a play here. If my opponent's not moving, I'm not going to move. I'm not even going to play lands because they're an Armageddon deck. I'll wait till I find my first Gush before I start just cranking lands back into play. I got 2 counterspells. I'm just going to make my opponent take the initiative. Yeah, this is slightly different from the list that top 8 of the Eld open. I do not care about multiple Phyrexian Furnaces. I will get you the normal way if I have to. Draw a swamp. Yeah, nope, not doing anything. But yeah, this is close to Jon Cawley's list. I think that's his name. I made some changes to the sideboard to make my red matchup a bit better. I have not played against red yet, so they have not paid off yet. Yeah, you're scooping my graveyard up, buddy. There's no Dark Hour. Standstill. Meddling Mage, not a chance. Untap draw. Another counterspell. All right, let's play this swamp out. Let's, I can't wait forever. Let's force a play here. I think if they go for the Tog, I'll just kind of like let it go. Is Scroll Rack banned? Absolutely not. Very legal. Furnace happens. That's fine. Furnace happens. You know, I should have eaten with the Tog in response just to gain an extra life off the swords. Yeah, that's a gonzo Tog. Playing a little bit on the defensive side here. Am concerned with Armageddon until I find my first Gush. Mox Diamond is fine. Going down to 2 in hand. That's great. Shit, they may go for Armageddon now. Oh, nope. Maybe they don't have it. Like letting that Tog go might be a signal for them. All right, what do you have in your hand, opponent? Reprisal. That doesn't do anything versus me, so I'll take swords. Knowing about the reprisal takes away all the text from the reprisal, but none of my creatures have to have power 4 or greater. You should probably start cracking your furnaces now, I think. Yeah, it's gone. Continue. Keep 1 active one. I like that. White. Mother. I feel like we can let Mother go. We just can't let anything else resolve. Our deck's full of Engineered Plague still, so that we won't let resolve. We know the last card in their hand's Reprisal. I think I'm going to fetch now. I do feel the need to start thinning my deck out. Our deck's also full of diamonds we haven't seen yet, so those are top decks we don't want to hit. Island, on tap, draw. Yuck. I guess I'll put the Strand into play and pass. Martin ban land tax rather than Scroll Rack. I think that was a good call. Land tax is definitely the stronger of the 2 cards. Another weird question. If my opponent exiles from my graveyard with Furnace, Counterspell, can I bring it back with Cunning Wish? I don't know. Chat, help. I don't know if exile technically counts as outside the game. I want to say it does, but no, it doesn't. Yeah, attacking with Mother's good play from our opponent here. An on-tap draw? Okay. I'm going to cycle this. My AKs are just draw ones right now. Swords, grab a basic plains. Swords the mom. Definitely flooded. I think we play like, how many lands do we actually play? Let's find out. 20. Yeah, we definitely drew more lands than we should have in the top X cards of our deck. The top 23 cards. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. Are any exiled? 10, 10. So we've only got 10 lands left. About a quarter of our deck is mana sources. Maybe a third if you start to count diamonds. They're just passing. They've got Reprisal and 2 mystery cards. Meddling Mage? Yeah, we cast. What card am I truly concerned with here? Because it's not Reprisal. Is it a creature? Is it like Silver Knight? It's not Armageddon either, I don't think. Because I can just counter that. How many Savannah Lions do they have? Is it just White Knight again or Silver Knight? Might be. Silver Knight. They probably do play Exalted Angel. You can't name Exalted Angel with I've got a counterspell for the Geddon. It's going to tap him out. Also, I've got 2 lands in hand, so it's like it's bad, but it's not a nightmare. You can't name Exalted Angel because they just morph it, right? Yeah, morph gets around the mage pretty good. Could name Meddling Mage. I think I would trade my mage for a mage at this point. We're kind of in this like Cold War area where this deck is going to find itself in this spot a lot, I think, because we don't have like impulses and stuff to search for shit. But I think we're going to find ourselves in a spot often where we just actively want to find our first Gush, which will give us the card advantage to draw the rest of our Gushes. Speak of the devil. Counterspell? Get a mana leak? Evidently no. They pass. Untap. Draw land. Basically, combat. Attack for 2. I don't currently have a target for Disenchant. So if they Armageddon us, we've got like a couple lands in hand and it's like okay-ish. But I don't want to go Diamond and then have them be able to sequence Disenchant into Armageddon. That would be bad for us. Top of the deck not being the strongest. This Wasteland kind of just doesn't matter very much. Reprisal plus 2 mystery cards in hand still. I'd love to know what they are. They're not doing anything with them. Hi, you're my best friend. Gush, it's good to see you. Another Gush, my man. Now I will just get this diamond out of my hand. Pitch here. Don't even need to use the floating mana. Just go to combat and attack. Hopefully they're not playing like Decree of Justice. Let's start looking at the tools left in our deck. 1 swords, a few more pieces of permission, 4 engineered plagues, which are going to be really awkward if I start drawing them now because I want to put them on human and I have a human. Go to combat. 2. I don't think I need to Gush yet. We'll just pass. Yeah, you got the bottom. 3. Morph. Well, now I do this. Doctor. Yeah, okay, you gotta morph. Take a draw. This is so... How many mana sources are left in our deck? We got 3 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 10 mana sources left in our 28 card deck. Seems like a lot. I do not like that. Well, I'm going to attack directly into this morph. Then we'll get this island into play. And then here's a Psychatog, I guess. And you may go. They've used 2 swords, but I've got the feeling they've got a third one already. Activate Phyrexian Furnace, that's fine. Is Exalted Angel or is there another option? It could be Whipquarter. I'm very, very, very strongly assuming that is an Exalted Angel. 3rd swords? What did you just do? Oh, it's a Whipquarter. Oh, okay. Well, that's way less of a nightmare. What was the last one? Was it also a Whipquarter? Oh, maybe they don't have Angel. Okay, disaster averted for now. I can't do a Turbo Punch with Tog because they still have Reprisal in hand. Yeah, you got the bottom card. I wonder why they didn't trade with the Meddling. They probably thought a Tog was coming. This is a mistake. They should have furnished their own card. Now they don't get the draw. I eat in response with my Tog. Opponent, if you watch this in post, Furnace needs the target to be legal to fulfill the full ability. So you don't get to draw. Hopefully, now you know. I drink your milkshake. End step, my turn. Let's see if I can get them to tap that Whipquarter. They don't? Okay. We'll attack with both. They know they're safe from lethal because they know I know about their Reprisal. All right, deal. Damage. I do not need to develop a land. I'm just going to pass. Now, if they play like their own human of some variety, I'll be able to like double plague. 1, 2, Silver Knight. Yeah, is it a human? It sure is. I really want them to go wide here. I want them to go like Silver Knight plus like, I don't know, Mother of Runes. Mox Diamond? Sure. Armageddon? Oh my God, yes. This is exactly what we wanted. We know there's a Reprisal in their hand. All right, the Lions is a little annoying because it's going to live, but we'll take it. We'll take him where we can get him, boys. Island, black, 1, 2, Engineer Plague. I'm going to make my Meddling Mages bad. Human. 1, 2, 3, human. I guess I could have named Knight to preserve my own Meddling Mages. Something to think about for the future, huh? Attack. Very importantly, they can't Reprisal right now. They might have to block. Do they? They probably don't, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they don't have to block. Unless they read Gush, then they might just block anyway. Yeah, we'll just deal damage. And then you can go. This is where opponent just rips a fresh Exalted Angel off the top, and sadness hits the stack for me. Combat's good. Are we racing? We're racing. All right, I take a race here. Diamond? Sure. Let's go to combat. Attack you for 1. Make it 2. Make it 3. All right, you're up, opponent. Not playing lands because they make they keep the Tog strong in combat. So for as long as our opponent's trying to race, we're in like a fine spot. Gush here should actually wrap the game up. There's still a chance for our opponent to like buy equity back into the game, but another Gush should do it. More lands, we'll just hold them all. Armageddon might be coming. Attack for 1. I think they should have attacked there because this block is just like, all I have to do is this, right? All right, kill the Savannah Lion. Like, you still have the Reprisal, right? I left that in your hand. I can't grow my Tog. All right, we got game 2. Grindy, grindy, grindy. Looking at how that last game went, is there anything we want to change? I think I'm overrating Tsabo's web. I think it's still fine. They may have just not happened to find any of their factories there. But they've got the fucking Weathered Wayfarer. There's no way they don't have action there. I think we just run it back, right, chat? What do we think? Run it back? I think I'm gonna run it back. This is not quite Jon's list. I added some more warmth to the side, some other shit. But yeah, this is heavily modeled. I would say 71 out of Jon's 75 are here. Webcam against the random Core Haven he may have, yeah. Web nice against the random Core Haven he may have. What? I'm sorry. I think I'm having a stroke. I don't think I can read right now. Looks good. Yeah, I think this will be fine. This matchup's probably like, I don't know exactly what to call our opponent's deck, a version of Flippi maybe, but it feels kind of like a close one. We can't deal with the turn 1 Mother, but we also can't pitch a Gush diamond hand. We've got Disenchant for their diamond. It's like solid. Yeah, you've got a Mother. We're just going to kind of lean on the fact that we have Engineered Plagues in our deck, I guess. Oh, that's lucky. Let's go land, diamond, pitch shitty, tap this for white, swords, Mother, F6. Keep Tsabo's weapon with Weathered Wayfarer. He may have Core Haven in the deck, is what I meant. Yeah. No, absolutely correct. That's very true. Savannah Lands is fine. Got a second one? Hell yeah, brother. That Weathered Wayfarer is basically a 1-mana 1/1 right now. Duress, huh? Yeah, let's Duress you. I've only got 3 in hand, but the chances that one of them are, wait, damn second. What am I actually worried about them casting next turn? Nothing, right? Nothing. I'm just going to play a land and pass for now. I think I want to wait to Duress till like I draw a Tog or something. How do you feel about this matchup? I don't feel like I am an underdog, but I also don't feel like I don't feel entitled to win it either. I feel like this type of deck our opponent's playing is kind of in a position where against these like dirtily blue decks, they're able to kind of like, as long as they find a plan and execute on it, they can do what they did to us game 1 and eat a hole through our plan. Now we did have to flood a little bit, but I think there's still games where we don't flood and our opponent seems to know what they're doing. So in games like this, where our opponent can like sculpt a plan through what I'm trying to do, it can be pretty good for them. Morph, yeah, that's probably hopefully a whip quarter. All right, I will go. Tog's pretty good here, huh? Let's fetch. Let's start with a Gush. Second Tog's not bad either. Let's go for a black and Duress the opponent here. Just a Silver Knight, great. Swamp Tog number 1, and next turn we'll play Tog number 2, and we'll see if they can navigate around that. Now, if that's an Angel, we've got some work to do. Imagine a Wrath now. Yeah, that Wrath would be great. Although I don't think our deck's signing up to play Wraths. There's a Silver Knight, yeah. Well, that's definitely a whip quarter. Let's flip face down. If it was an Exalted Angel, they just would have flipped that instead of playing the Silver Knight, right? And we know nothing about their hand. There's just a mystery card. Looks like they just want to tap our Tog on our turn, so we'll have another Tog, I think, is the play. Yeah, whip quarters, face up. He's tapping my good buddy Tog. Good night, Tog. Go to sleep. Another Gush is a great draw here. 1, 2, whatever. Tog, F6. The Tog Twins? How do you feel about the Tog Twins, opponent? Also an Engineered Plague will be very good if we ever draw it. Savannah Lands, yeah, double Tog, pretty good. 1, 2 Tog, I'll see myself. How did your stream wind up going? I saw you were playing, that was Zoo, right? When I first logged in, I thought, oh, is this Fires? But no, it was Zoo, I believe. Just a land, we will not bother attacking. You can just tap whatever you want with Whip Quarter. Your Weathered Wayfarer is very not active right now. Next turn, we're gonna like main phase a Gush. If we can find an E-Plague, we just put it down on like Cat. Sporn, I'm surprised you're not playing the challenge. This challenge is fire. Yeah, they want to get busy for a substantial amount of damage, if I'm being honest. That said, they have to do this every other turn because now they can't whip quarter on my turn. Yeah, you're working second screen. Nice. Yeah, that's exact. No, I think they're making the right play. It's just, it's a little slow, but it might be the only plan they have access to on tap. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Gush. Play a land back out, black, E-Plague. They could have Lika, but we had to play this. Eat Tomb. Then we'll go Portent me. AK Diamond Portent. These cards are definitely cool. We've already seen 2 Gushes. I kind of feel like we're just looking for another Swords. This Portent could afford us the time to find it. Here's what we'll do. We'll bury the Diamond under the AK under the Portent. We will not use Portent's ability. Just a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6, 7, 8.5, 9, 10, 11.5, 12.5, 13 damage right now. Yeah, we just pass. Good luck and good day, sir. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, opponent, you're up. Furnace? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you hit the bottom. That's fine. So what's the best draw now? Well, we're about to draw in AK. But right now, the thing we're looking for is either another plague, because on human, that would like seriously hamper the clock. The other thing we're looking for is just a swords for the whip quarter. That's another AK. Do I have the time to convert them both? I believe I do. Okay. I guess that'll force them to break their furnace. Then I can like negate the draw with Tog. Maybe we bury the diamond, Portent, AK, no shuffle, play Strand, because we really don't want that diamond, I don't think. And then we could also disenchant here. I don't think we need to. Hey, Shroom, nice to see more MTGO content following yesterday's paper stream. Is this the Tog list from the latest ELDL tournament? Hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, I'm doing great. This is very close. I've tuned the deck slightly differently than the ELD list. The main board is actually identical, but the sideboard, I added some warmths and stuff. I think this extra color in the deck makes our red matchup a little bit worse. So just something to bear in mind. They've got 3 in hand. They eat with Furnace is fine. Enjoying all the pre-modern content? Very happy to hear it, buddy. All right, they're concerned with dying to damage, which makes sense to me. I'm going to go ahead and pop off the first AK to draw that Portent off the top. Then I'm going to fetch, because I don't want the Mox Diamond. We'll just grab an island. Next turn, untap. We'll take a draw to Counterspell. That's actually what we're in the market for. Let's Portent ourselves. Another Counterspell. Not interested in drawing those lands, though. No, we're going to shuffle this, and then we will go to combat. I'm not going to bother attacking. Yeah, you've tapped my Tog. Pass. Chilling, some good neon content while working second screen. It's great. Love it. Very sick. What are we doing up? I'll draw off Portent. Is it a good one? Bonafide, good one. A Mox Diamond. That is fine. Round 1, what did I play against? Chat, can you like keep track of, in case I do well, I would like to have access to, I'm going to counterspell whatever this is. In the event that I do well, I would like, that one was an angel. That's lucky for us. In the event I do well, I want to keep track of the matchups. Round 1 I played against, what was it? I can't even remember what I was playing against. End step. Yeah, let's convert the AK, see if they want to pop their furnace. Eat the bottom, no response. Draw 2. Great. Next turn. All right, let's Gush now. Swords is good. Let's play an island back out, and then let's drop a Mox Diamond, and we'll pitch Flooded Strand. Let's play a Tsabo's Web just to get the card draw. And then let's Duress our opponent. I don't think they have anything, but we're going to Duress them anyway. Oh, they have a diamond, sure. Yeah, so they're hellbent. We have perfect info. Let's tap for a white. Let's actually just short swords this whip quarter right now. They should activate it. Then we're going to get busy. Combat, send. My brain's fried. What the hell did we beat round 1? I can't even remember. Dreadnought. So Dreadnought, then what I'm going to call Flippi. Another Furnace is like, fine. I just don't care about these cards right now. The only thing I care about now is my clock. They can't ever draw cards off these furnaces. Yeah, they're going to pop their own furnace on their own card, which is, they learned. I'm really glad to hear it. May have just missed lethal. You Gush up to 10 cards in hand? Did I? I may have just missed lethal. That's actually possible. I wasn't even paying attention to it for it. I was just like, I mean, here they just got to block both my creatures, right? Combat. I guess they don't have to attack with both. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, we can just attack twice and then on the third turn go for it. Damage. You can go. You want to race opponent? I'll race you. If you're not blocking, you may as well attack, right? Yeah, I'll take damage. Go to 6. Eat the bottom off furnace. Crack your furnace. Hello, sir. I'm good. How are you, Raging Goblin? All right, pass to me. Untap and draw. Combat. Full send. All right. Oh, not like that. 1, 2, 3. Another Tog. How do you feel about that? Go. The triplets are here. Glad to hear it, Goblin. Disenchant my E-Plague? I do not care. You can have cats if you want them. Yeah, you've got a lions. My turn. Untap. Pick a draw. Is this lethal? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes. Combat. They have to block. We'll see if they know that. I've got a counterspell up. They've only got 1 in hand. So, and I can make this lethal with and leave counterspell in my hand, which is huge. All right. Hiya. Block 1, block 2, block 3. Yeah. Easy bet. Exile 2, 1, 2, and then exile 2, 1, and then damage. You're up, opponent. All right. Here comes my big bonk. I actually don't need the big bonk. Oh, now I just can for free. Yeah, combat, big bonk. All right, let's go discard 1, discard 1, discard 1, discard 1, discard 1, discard 1. Pop out my graveyard. Exile 2, 1, 2. Exile 2, 1, 2. Exile 2, 1, 2. What is this? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, that's 16. I can bring them to 1. What can't I beat? Nothing, right? Like, if I just hold these counter spells up, they can't resolve anything. Fuck it. discard, counterspell. Try to kill you right now. Hey, it worked. Okay, cool. 2-0 on the challenge. Very nice. All right, no Dissolutionist matchup. Love to see it. And we're on the play, which we also love to see. I would like to play first, yes. This opener has the ability to... I guess I don't need to Duress on turn 1. I can just like play an island and pass, right? Yeah, we'll keep. The deck does have some beautiful looking cards, like Hammer of Bogarden. Oh my god. It's like the reddest red card you'll ever see in your life. It's so gorgeous. Hey, had to close your stream in time here. Oh, we got a chatter in stream. I'm a goblin, so it's fair because I saw your deck. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. Good luck. Have fun. Well, thanks for being a good guy. We got what could have been a stream sniper logging out to play us, which is really cool. They're on goblins. Knowing that means that I can safely play this island. If they lackey me, we'll play the City of Brass then, but I don't want to expose my white source into a potential wasteland. They don't do anything great. This Duress is very dead. Draw a Gush? Sure. Yeah, we'll just jam island again and pass. Got a little pile driver? That's fine. We actually don't care about a pile driver right now. Unstep, untap, draw. For now, we'll get Tog into play. We can use this Flooded Strand to get us a basic land for the swords. So we just like a Tog. There's the wasteland we've been playing around for the entire game. This attack is free. I can't block it because it's got pro blue and my Psychatog's blue. That might be a load-bearing wasteland since they didn't crack it. Let's just drop a Flooded Strand, head into combat and attack. We're going to pass. I don't care. None of the targets I could hit with the rest are things I care about. Second wasteland, we see a Ringleader. Is it time to see if we just find Counterspell or foil or like Daze? I think so. Float 2, cast this Gush, Counterspell the Ringleader. That's pretty good for us, huh? Combat, take 1. Oh, we've got another Gush. This might just be lethal. I need to do some math on my turn. All right, so I'm going to play this island. Let's fetch now. Let's just put this Flooded Strand into the graveyard so it's easier to count. All right, 1, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 damage, I believe. Yeah, but we had the counterspell because they could have blocked, right? So we're like super close to lethal. With Gush, I believe we have 18, right? Because we've got 1, and we'll count the Gush by itself. So that's 6.5, 7.5, 8, 9, 10.5, 11, 12, 13.5, 14, 15, 16.5, 17, 18 damage to the wire. Now, if Gush finds us, I don't know, something else to do, if Gush finds us like 2 AKs, it's too loose. We're just going to go to combat and attack. Yeah, Gush into double AK is a tall order, though. So we're just going to deal our damage and pass the turn. Next turn, if they can't go infinitely wide, it's super lethal. Now, that said, all they have to do is find a Battlefield Forge. All they have to do is find a Siege Gang here. Ringleader is actually fine, I think. Technically, we can look for it. We can actually look for the Counterspell. I almost wonder if we're supposed to. I'm gonna. AK? We'll cast AK. Another Swords? Okay, no response to that. That's fine. 4 cards. They get Siege Gang. Take a look. They get Siege Gang and Matron and a Fanatic. Okay, no response to that either. We get Big Busy for 2. Clear blocks. I won't. Go to damage. All right, we definitely want to deal with this Pile Driver. So let's go Swords, the Pile Driver, white. Opponent should be cautious. They're correct to be cautious here. All right, my turn. Let's see. If I Swords this Mog Fanatic and they let it go, how close can I get? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, this is very close. Guys, this is so close. And we know they have a Siege Gang in hand, which is going to make it real hard for my Tog to get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I guess I just make them like block this. They like have to, otherwise they are just dead. Attack. Yeah, damage is good. Ouch. A little bit of an island. Do we want to, I guess we kind of have to use spells in our hand now. Cast, pitch city. Now we're back to 7, pass. The game 1 against goblins is really tough. Trying to like win means that I have to like connect with my Psychatog. There's no wonder in this version of the deck. I also wonder if this is a matchup where I want my warmths. Feels like no. Yeah, you've got a Siege Gang. Yeah, I'll take 2. End step, yeah, we do need to deal with the Siege Gang itself. On tap, they've got white in their deck, which is so weird. All right, let's go ahead and cast this AK for 2. Let's float white here. That was a good white float, huh? The rest doesn't do anything. Just go to combat and make them block. I'm not going to Swords right now. Attack. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They can like definitely afford not to block here. Damage. And then, yeah, we'll play out a Flooded Strand because we can actually fetch for planes. Yeah, this game 1 versus goblins does feel shaky. We know they've got a Matron. They're probably going to cast that here. Could do it for a War Chief. Yeah, you got a Matron. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost lethal. The game 1 on the goblins is where you feel not having wonder. Yes. Yeah, this is one of This is why my black blue Psychatog list, I play the combo. All right, so they go for the what looks like lethal here. 1, 2. Oh, they just go for 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take 5. We'll go to my turn. Draw a Portent. We for sure can't attack with the Tog. Let's Portent ourselves. That's thank goodness. Shuffle that. And then let's play Island in case of Gush and pass. Another Swords is not bad here either. War Chief is fine. Undiscovered Paradise. What an interesting list. Ringleader? Okay. Yeah, we can actually scoop it up now. That's too much. We have some cards in the sideboard for the matchup, luckily. We took the Powder Keg out because it doesn't really do a lot. I think Tsabo's Web's good, though. I think Engineered Plague's good. We know Hydroblast is good. Chat, while I'm trying to figure out the rest of the sideboard, will you guys debate Warmth for me? I think it's probably just for Sly, but I'd like to get some feedback from chat. Duress is very bad. I'm ecstatic to get that out of my deck. Same with Foil. I think Armageddon might be able to go. Daze is like actually good in this matchup. Yeah, I think Warmth's bad. I think because gaining life isn't like Goblins doesn't really deal its damage. They don't need to deal it all at once, right? I think Daze is good. I think that Meddling Mage is like actually pretty good too. I think Armageddon might be fine actually as a one of. Confirmed Warmth is staying out of my deck. So there's no other exactly. Goblins deals 1, 6, 11, 236 million, 750. No, 2 billion, 367 million, 596,437. Big damage. Mage is very key. We're not cutting the mage. I'm trying to balance. Can I cut a Psychatog? I think I can. And then like, can I cut 2 mana counterspells? Like fine. I think I can afford to cut one. Something like this, I think is enticing to me. Yeah, I like cutting the Tog because I don't want to have infinite 3-drops. Yeah, sure, submit. All right, I would like to play first. Yes, pretty poor opener, mulligan. Here we have, it's solid. It's solid. What's the worst card? AK? We'll keep this. I think my worst card is AK. Yeah, see AK. Classic, pitch AK, Portent into AK. Double Meddling Mage Daze. Like, I'm going to go light on lands for a while, but these mages could run house. I think we're going to try this. I will not use Portent's ability. F6. Draw card. They have no things. Love that. My turn. Untap, draw Meddling Mage. Play Plains. Tap for 2. Play Meddling Mage. I'm going to name Pile Driver. Or is it just War Chief? Huh. No, I think I've got this Daze. I just want to like keep them not casting spells, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we'll name Pile Driver off this first one. We know we're about to draw a second one. The spooky tempo game against Goblins. Not excited. Swords. Well, no. This is game 2. We lost game 1. Round 3. We're currently 2-0. Continue. Another sword, sure. So now I'm going to untap, draw, and then I think this time we're going to name War Chief. OP is cooking, but the basic Plains and Goblins is definitely awkward. Yeah, I don't think they have a third swords, and I have 2, so I can't name that. So I think it's just War Chief. I don't think we're naming Pile Driver. I've got double swords. It's like fine. They did use 2 swords on it, but I'm not scared of Pile Driver, right? Like I don't give a shit. It'd just be Ringleader. Like I've got answers to things in play. I think I'm going to name Goblin Ringleader. Okay. You got a third swords opponent? They've got Red Blast. Man, they are teched out. Goblin Legionnaire. I don't think this is the way, opponent. Luckily, Goblin's base deck is like strong enough. I awkwardly now have to pass the turn and hold the swords up. Because if I play Meddling Mage, they can just Legionnaire it out of play. So I'm just going to pass. Yeah, this is not what I was expecting from Goblins. This is a good pivot, though. Ringleader. All right, please miss drawing 4 here. What do we see? Draw 2. Seal of Cleansing. They must have Parallax combo in the deck. All right, let's eat this. Untap. We know they drew another Ringleader. Ooh, Engineered Plague will eventually be good. Meddling Mage on Goblin Ringleader. F6. Now we need to draw land something fierce. So they have Disenchant in hand, right? Don't say that. They probably do, but don't say that. Matron, yeah. What do we want to get with it? Like a way to kill the Meddling Mage? Maybe a Gem Palm? God, Swords, Plowshares plus Gem Palm plus red. I don't know if we can actually beat this variation of Goblins, actually. Oh, just Siege Gang? Sure. Yeah, Goblin Tinker is also fine. Attackers, I won't block. That's fine. Come on in. So we know they've got Siege Gang and Ringleader in hand and 1 mystery card. All right, on tap. Well, that's not what I need it to be. All right, deck. Now we're going to have to hold tight. We're going to have to Swords the Siege Gang, which is coming into play. Yeah, Siege Gang resolves. In response to its trigger, I'll just Swords it now. No blocks. Off the top deck, yes. So would I think I would rather them use the Wasteland on my City of Brass than the Tinkerer on my Mox Diamond, right? I think that makes sense. Engineered Plague, Goblin, D's Nut. All right, their board's pretty bad now. We know of a Ringleader in hand that's being stopped by this Meddling Mage. So we kind of just need to develop another natural blue source, and then we can try to grind a second Plague. Yeah, Wasteland happens. Pile Driver's also fine. They can't get in. All right, draw. Deal. What is the name for this second Meddling Mage, I wonder? How many Ringleader? They've already got a Ringleader in their hand. It might just be Goblin Matron. We've only seen one. Could be Legionnaire. Yeah, it could be another pile driver. Yeah, I actually currently can't beat another one. Goblin pile driver. They can attack with just one, but once they get two, they start to deal tons of damage. I don't know if we're naming Disenchant. If they had Disenchant, they probably would have cast it by now. Attackers, I wouldn't. Unstep my turn. There's a Tog. Man, we need another blue source, something fierce. We start attacking out now. We just had to play defensively. We're in an awkward position this deck put us in. All right, untap draw. Hydroblast. Not bad. Pass. We're both just hoarding cards, I see. Draw. Web. I think I have to wait to play that. White. Goblin Warchief. Hydroblast. Cast. Counter. Please don't do that. Untap. Draw. Polluted Delta. Play it. Tap for one. Do I just play Tog out? I don't think I can afford to play it out yet. Do I actually just wait to do anything and hold up this counterspell? I think that might be the play. We'll just pass. Giving haste can be problematic for a number of reasons. If they're trying to juke us, like if they're trying to hold away to blow up this Engineer Plague, it adds a little bit too much to the board, makes things cheaper. I don't like letting that resolve here. I could see the argument for letting it resolve though. I think we're just gonna keep chilling till our opponent does something. Like every time we draw, we get a chance to find another plague. We've got Counterspell up, so there's a chance I'm playing too conservatively here. Yeah. I mean, you totally could let it resolve. It could even be reasonable. I just didn't want to there. All right, AK, we'll do that at unstep. Pass to you. Wasteland doesn't matter, which is lucky. Unstep. Okay, let's see what you got, opponent. AK. Draw an island, also lucky. Untap, draw. A third Tog. Surely at some point I'm supposed to start casting these. I think AK first, though, or Tsabo's web first. Draw off the web. Mox Diamond number 2. These diamonds are pretty poor, huh? I'd love to be able to develop a land. They haven't played a spell in turns. It could just be a bunch of 1 toughness goblins. There's a good chance I'm playing too defensively here. Gush would go insane here. Have you seen a Gush yet? Nope, nearly the top half of our deck. We haven't seen one yet. That's tough. What costs for Siege Gang? That we can't let resolve. It'll give them too much ammunition for our mages and let them resolve a Ringleader. Counterspell? Draw your Red Blast? No, good. Pyroblast my mage on Ringleader is sad. All right, deck, it's time to deliver me the goods. We'll take it, I guess. That Wasteland, that'd probably be pumped to break that. Destroy target, that deals damage. So they can just tap this to destroy? That's brutal. All right, City, Psychatog. 1, 2, 1. Nah, like this. Toggy-tog. I don't like playing the diamond. They just bust it with the Tinkerer. If they hit it with the Wasteland, at least they have 1 less mana to operate on. This Tinkerer just fucks my diamonds up in a bad way. All right, we need this Ringleader to be bad, please. Oh, they just hit another Ringleader, it looks like. They reveal 4 cards with it. Disenchant Pyroblast Mountain. No, they get nothing. It was bad. That's pretty good. Goblin Matron? Yeah. Probably just searching for their other Ringleader. Honestly, Siege Gang would be just fine here. Yeah, they grab a Siege Gang. Makes sense. Pop my city. Combat's bad for you. Gush into second E-Plague would probably just seal this game. Come on, deck. Be good to us. Be good to us, deck. Don't rip land. I hate it here so much. Okay, fine. Diamond. Cast. Pitch Flooded. Play Tog. 1, 2, 3. Pass. Can't attack into that pile driver. It's just got Pro Blue. We've got like another turn to find the E-Plague. There goes the diamond. You know what? We need to find Gush into E-Plague because they can keep busting our diamonds, so we can't keep red in play. Ringleader? Sure. That's a pretty good top deck. What do they hit? We see 2 lackeys. They don't matter. Okay. Pass to me. Pass to me. There's a natural swamp. I mean, okay. Tog. What happens if I full send? Nothing. We just pass. Drawing Gush gets pretty interesting. Why are these lists like the Dissolution is called Psychatog when there aren't any Togs in the deck? His deck did have Tog in the deck. His Psychatog deck did have it. Another Ringleader. Is Slowking or Lanny's Esper Tog list or close? No, this isn't really like those decks. All right, looks like they miss. Yeah, our opponent, I think because they have swords and red blasts and stuff like that, this matchup's going to be hard for us always. But I think that the way that they've built their deck, as cool as it is, they signed up for worse mana and way worse. Yeah, you're going to hit my mage. It's fine. And they signed up for just much, 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 much worse Goblin Ringleaders. They've missed a lot on these things. Unfortunately for us, I don't think it's going to matter too much. It's if we can find another plague, we do just kind of win. But if we don't, we just kind of lose. To just those pile drivers alone. Can they kill us right now? They basically can. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If they swing out, we're dead here. Oh, they didn't attack. They should have attacked, right? Because that would have been 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this attacks for 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 4. So I block 1, 2, 3. No, I guess I live at 1 still. We've got 1 top deck to rule them all. Deck, do it. Okay. Okay. Cast. Return island. Plague, please. Portent me. Okay. A couple more Gushes. We can't really turn those down here, I don't think. Okay. Bury the Daze. Can we convert Daze here? 5. No, we can't. So we'll bury the Daze under Gush. No using the ability. Play island. Jesus. All right. We're sitting tight, it looks like. We can't attack out. We need all the blockers we can get. Go ahead, opponent. Goblin Warchief. Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, our Daze could have saved. No, it couldn't have because it makes it cheaper. Okay, there's a Siege Gang. I think that's also okay. You don't get any dudes. Now I have to figure out how to do this here because each of these pile drivers is going to swing for infinite. So if I swords one of them, they'll swing for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm dead to one of those things attacking me. Let's go blue. Let's cast Gush. I don't know. It doesn't matter if I do this. I know what the top 2 cards are. Ugh, ZZ. Can I like grow a Psychatog to the point where I don't die? I don't think so, right? Because the pile drivers are going to deal infinite damage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 28 damage. I can't gain that much life, can I? I don't think so. I can gain 1 plus 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So bring me to 30, and they're going to deal me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 28. Maybe. Okay, yeah, go to attacks. I might be able to like Gush swords one of my Togs to live. All right, yeah, triggers are fine. All right, go to blocks. We're going to block. We want some things to die here. Specifically, Siege Gang needs to die. This has to die, and this is my sacrificial Tog, so it needs to block a point of damage. Ringleader. Oh, I did that math poorly. It's 32, actually, right? Okay, Gush. And then how close can we get? Discard a card, Daze. So that's 2, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Gain 19, take... Nope. No, we're dead. We're super dead. God. I wonder how deep in our Engineer Plague was. Yeah, we weren't going to see it anytime. Oh, well, 3 cards deep. We could have maybe maneuvered it a little bit. We're super dead. All right, Luxac Jack. I actually beat this person on this deck last night. What were they on? I can actually check. Luxac Jack, what were you playing yesterday? You could be playing the same thing today. I took a little picture for... Oh, no, I didn't play him. I played him in the current league. I can't remember what Luxac's on. We've got Island, City of Brass. We can Portent. We can Counterspell. I want to say Luxac's on Oath Ponza. With that in mind, I don't love this City of Brass in my hand. I can Portent into the Gush, though, and the Psychatog can become problematic. Psychatog also helps keep my graveyard thinned out for exactly Terravore. So if they are on Oath Ponza, this hand's not great, but I think it's playable. So we'll... Of course, they could have just switched decks. They might just not be on Oath Ponza anymore, but I think they're an Oath Ponza player. Just a Forest, F6. Take a draw. A third Psychatog. Well, guess we're casting Psychatogs till morale improves. Multiple lands, please. No multiple lands? Let me shuffle. F6. Druid Lyris, that would be cool. Draw off Portent Diamond. I mean, if we find another land, it's not the worst, but if we don't, it is the worst. Finding a island here would start to make me feel really good about our position, and anything else will make me feel very bad. No, I meant not from Op, but has a card to get stamped because of artwork, including mushrooms. Are there mushrooms in Druid Lyris? Let's take a look. Druid Lyris. Sarah Sanctum. Ooh, this might be Enchantress. Kind of a bad opener from Enchantress, though, huh? Probably want a wild growth. That Sarah Sanctum would be a real good play here. This deck feels like it can beat Enchantress with the right opening sequences. This may have not been that right opening sequence, though. Untap draw. Really need an island here. We'll pass. Well, Tawny's Acolyte might have mushrooms. I don't know. Oh, Druid Lyrist for sure has mushrooms. Look, can make them bigger. All right, looks like opponent's just passing. I'm not sure what they're doing. Probably player land. No, okay. Well, I guess if I hit land, I'm in good shape. If I don't, we're both doing the same thing. I'm going to AK. Island, please. Hate it. Well, next turn we'll do it again. I think we're just going to pitch a Psychatog here. We've got too many of those cards. F6. Our opponent miss. Oh no, they turned their Sarah Sanctum into a real land. Tough. Argothian, sure. All right, I'll take a draw. Damn. Well, we have to go for it here. Deck is not being cooperative right now. I mean, yeah, dude. Pass turn. You're doing it, opponent. Live from the garden. It feels like now we need to be setting up this Armageddon somehow. Sterling Growth's fine. I'm F6ing. Library's also fine. Opponent kept like unkeepable trash as the opener. And like I just drew infinite cards and did not develop. Cool. Portent. Me. Great. I'll take them all. Any order. Yes. No, I'm on tilt. I just shuffled 3 lands when I need a land. I don't think it particularly matters. I think we're falling too far behind. Oop, Island. Take it. Enchantress doing the Enchantress thing. Yeah, just like casting spells. This deck is so uninteresting. No shade if you enjoy playing it. If you like playing it and it's interesting to you, that's awesome. It's just uninteresting to me. Well, I mean, we're going to Armageddon, I guess. Yeah, you do all the things. I'm F6, buddy. Enchantress is such a strong deck, but I wouldn't be sad if I never had to see it again. Yeah, I just don't want people who really love Enchantress, and this is what Premodern is to them. I don't want those people to not be able to play their pet deck. So I feel for those people. But as far as playing against it, I don't even necessarily think we have the worst matchup against it. But it's like watching drywall dry. It's just like a lot of players just pick up the deck and just take infinite game actions. And when you're drawing 17 cards a turn, it's really hard to not gain some type of an advantage. Yeah, it is like watching drywall dry. But The Enchantress goes up. Now you can, this is a deck you can get really, really good at. Like really good at this deck. All right, pass to me, untap, draw, great. AK, sure. Here's my island. I'll tap for 2. I'll gush. Bouncing them both. Another diamond would actually be fine here. No luck. Okay. Let's play the first diamond. They don't have a seal, which is good. Cast. Pitch the island. Get in you and me. F6. After I pay the cost. F6. I guess we'll pitch a swords. It really doesn't have text in the matchup. And F6. Start thinking about how I'm going to sideboard. I think we do just lose this game. I'm going to want definitely Annuls and Armageddon. Engineered Plague, maybe Disenchant, but probably just those things. Maybe Disenchant's not too bad. All right, untap and take a draw. We can also just try to clock our opponent out. They're really not taking actions very quickly, and they're kind of buried in upkeep triggers. So yeah, we're just going to ride this out. What don't we want? We definitely want to get rid of our swords. After that, it becomes kind of unclear. I think Daze is pretty medium in this matchup. Surely you found another Sarah's Sanctum by now. There you go. 6 manas. Would you like to cast Replenish? Or not Replenish, Opalescence? That's one I'll interact with. Opalescence, yeah, not a chance. Now we can F6. Guile's fine. Another diamond, sure. Let's play Island. Let's Portent ourselves. I'll take all those cards, bury this, under this. No shuffle, F6. We don't want to play a Tog until that Parallax wave disappears, because Opal wave combo, big bad for us. We definitely need Disenchants. Hello, how you doing, H-Ryu? 84. Opponent went to 7. All right, down to 6. Music is so damn chill. What is this again? What are we listening to right now? Oh, this is Bow as well. It's just like some random alternative indie stuff. Yeah, you can have an exploration. I don't know if it's usual, but congrats on getting almost 100 people to watch Premodern because of you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's less to do with me and more to do with just Premodern kind of taking off in a really big way on its own. Here, I'll pull it up for you. This isn't one of mine. This playlist has gone rogue. It's kind of auto-playing. Here it is. Can't get it right. Bow as well. I do not play Aura of Silence in the sideboard. Enchantress's presence, at this point, I can't afford to interact with it. We're just going to focus on keeping them off of their kill for as long as possible. That is our whole goal. That is at this point, our entire goal. Solitary is also fine. We don't care about that. Formats alone do not run streams, sir. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Another one to check out is the Dissolutionist. He's been absolutely killing it. All right, they didn't cast anything I had to counter this turn, which means I can AK, which is like actually huge. Blue, white, AK. Gimme. Untap, draw. Oh, they got to go to clean up too. Great. Take a draw. Gush. Perfectly fine. Let's go with I want to leave this island in my hand in case I draw my one of foil. So let's play this. Now we could just use Gush to do that, right? Let's play this island. Let's play this Mox Diamond, pitching the Flooded Strand. And let's just keep on vibing. Let our opponent keep taking infinite game actions. There is a chance that like we can counter all of our opponent's relevant spells. That is a line we technically have access to. And Light and Tutor doesn't matter. Also, they could have accomplished the same thing with Sterling Grove. Opalescence is on top. You got it, good buddy. All right, do all your triggers. Is it wrong to assume you're also from Germany? Oh, are you German, Sportfrench? I guess I never thought to ask. Definitely an accent, but I'm an American. Us Americans are like, most of us are like really bad at like knowing the intricate differences, especially in like European accents. Like I know the caricatures when American actors act with accent, like you do voice acting for accents. But from my small experience, that tends not to be super reflective of the actual dialect of the area they're trying to mimic. It's Sporefrog, but in German, so I guess so. Got it. That makes sense. I'm actually friends with Flippi. That rules. If you maybe know him by chance. I don't know him personally, but I know of him and his work. I don't think he knows who I am, but I am a big fan of his. They've got the Opalescence. We'll just like, they cast Opalescence, we just counter. Then we dig for fight for the replenish. Oh, another presence? No response, that's fine. Maybe your opponent doesn't know that I can like have a counterspell for each of their win cons. Use a green, cast Argothian, no response. I know you have a video with UW Flippi that got spread in their groups very, very quickly for me. Oh, nice, yeah, I've got a couple of different Flippi lists up. Another Parallax Wave, we don't care about that. Would love to see Tempest of Light versus this deck. What does that do? Sorry, I don't know every card by heart. I know a lot of them, but not all of them. Okay, you just spun your wheels a lot and didn't do anything. What else? Sanctuary. If you draw a card during your draw step, instead you may skip that draw. If you do, until your next turn, you can't be attacked by creatures with flying and or island walk. I don't care about this either. My goal is not to kill you by turning a Psychatog sideways anymore. Okay, they're just spinning their wheels, I guess. End step. Let's convert this AK for 4 fresh cards real quick. With this diamond, I think I'll be able to convert them next turn. 2 Meddling Mages too. These Parallax Waves make them awkward, but they'll eventually run out, right? Hopefully. Yeah, let's go black and Duress our opponent. What you got, buddy? Opalescence. Well, there goes your win con. Now I just have to kind of replenish. That's 2 Opalescence in the bin. I don't know if they have 3. For now, we'll just play out the island. I don't feel like I need to play diamond. We'll just go to end step and pitch Psychatog. What do we know? All of these things minus the opalescence. All right, continue. Do your thing, opponent. I'm 4-0. I'll try to help you with breakers when this game ain't looking hot. Because 3 people makes the name with 4-2. I believe that is the case, yeah. I mean, currently, they're almost out of ways to beat me. So we'll see. And I know their hand, so they have to start, every time they want to draw a card, they have to do it off the back of either library, or they have to do it by casting an enchantment. Enchantments draw them 4 cards right now. So they have, outside of Replenish, they can only cast 4 more spells. If I find another Counterspell, I'm just going to clock them out. 12 mana, sure. Is that a Replenish? Oh, that's not going to resolve. Yep, they concede. They just ran out of win conditions is what just happened there. Yeah, that was a pretty big board, huh? Engineered Plague, Annul, Armageddon, Disenchant. Even if they main deck Blessing, it doesn't matter. They're so behind on time. All right, I think these 8 are what I'm interested in. What am I not? Most of my Psychatogs go down to 1. All of my swords go down to 0. Maybe I need like some number to fight exactly Xanted. So like bring back in, take out the Daze, bring back in a swords. And then like what? What else can we do here to make this as good as possible? Cut all but 1 swords or all of them. Yeah, I think maybe I want to keep, they play Xanted Swarm, so keep 1. I was thinking about trying to keep 2. Seems like it could be not the worst. I'll just keep 1. These, submit. This list is sick. I like it a lot. I mean, portent them into Meddling Mage if they don't lead on Guile. Yeah, we'll Meddling Mage try to name it relevant card. Opponent's so behind on time. I don't know if they can win 2 games in the amount of time they have. They mulligan to 5 as well. That's pretty sick. Whatever they're going to do, they got to speed it up. Xanted? That would be the best opener here. There's the Xanted. F6. I don't have any permission, so that's like fine. I think we're portenting me, not them. All right, we see E-Plague, Gush, Portent. I want all those. Any particular order? I guess I have to give up on one of them. It'll be the Portent. So I'll take Gush, Engineer Plague. So yeah, bury it like this. I will not use Portent's ability. F6. At least we had a childhood without smartphones too. Everyone knowing the never-ending story. Yeah, I'm old enough that I had a childhood that did not include a smartphone. I'm young enough that it could have if I was raised with a lot of money. I was not. So, never mattered. Yeah, Xanted Swarm gets in. If they don't nail an Argothian Enchantress to the ground here, they may just be in like deep, deep trouble. All right, they nail an Argothian Enchantress, sure. I'm just going to like play Meddling Mage naming Parallax Wave. Draw this Gush that we knew we were going to get. Flooded Strand, fetch for basic planes. Boop, boop. Parallax Wave. F6. Fetch, sure. Second Argothian. Probably just Enchantress's presence here, right? Yeah, just the presence. We're just going to play E-Plague on Druid just to slow their game down slightly, I think. Ooh, 2 E-Plagues, huh? That's pretty good. Let's go. Polluted Delta. Fetch for a swamp. E-Plague, Druid, combat, full send, F6. Next one, I guess, can just name like bug or whatever, insect. Maybe just got, yeah, I'm F6 in. Now that they can't storm, everything is just a cantrip. They can't gain card advantage yet. They need 2 anchors to start gaining card advantage. So no sweat there. Yeah, now we're just going to get rid of the swarm. No swords necessary. They also cast all those before combat, which was, I think they're on tilt a little bit. We won't even Armageddon yet. We're just going to plague, name insect, combat, get them. I don't think we need to Armageddon yet. I think we can just wait. Also, if they don't find something soon, this Meddling Mage might just kill them. Yeah, fetch is fine. You're in a good spot till they drop the second presence. Even once they drop second pet presence, their clock looks awful. Yeah, library's fine. Best to me. Sarah Sanctum, sure. Yeah, we'll get that with the Armageddon too. Untap draw. Foil as well. Wow. Fetch. Island. Tap for 1/2. Gush. Couple counter spells. Nothing wrong with that. 1, 2. Armageddon. Hold up Counterspell forever and just kill you with this mage. Yeah, I think so, right? I don't think they can play anything next turn that I need to counter. What, Replenish? I don't care about Replenish. Okay, we win. I guess we're 3-1. That was a lot. Just a lot of game actions just being taken. Novice, we got the pair up, it looks like. I think we just got the pair up. No clue what they're on. They're usually on some type of tide control. Yeah, pair up equity. This means if I lose this matchup, one of my losses is going to be a very good one. If I lose this because I got the pair up, there's a good chance that my next round is a win in. So, but we're going to just try to win this. And then if we beat our pair up, I think our next round would be a losing in. So we'll see what happens. Hand's fine. We'll just keep it. I will keep Island. Yep. Portent F6. Let's take a look at something real quick. I don't know if Tide Control regularly plays Portent. Chat, does Tide Control normally play Portent? Control. Mono blue Tide Control. Don't see it here. Don't see it here. I don't see it anywhere. It looks like that's not commonly played. So I think that's just a Dreadnought thing. So I think I might be on turn 1 Meddling Mage, try to spike them not having Daze. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Island, Mox Diamond, cast, pitch, Meddling Mage, 1, 2. Show me your Daze, dude. Foil, great. All right, you're up. Yeah, they have to, if they have to counter this. Otherwise, they're going to spend 18 turns of the game trying to deal with a Meddling Mage to find Chain of Vapor. Portent, I hope they just get rid of their only island. That would be pretty cool. They have an opt, so I'm going to put them... Opt is usually the first place you cut when you're adding AK into your deck, right? They've got the land. There's only 2 in hand going up to 3. Did they shuffle? They declined, so they want the card on top. We'll take a draw. Polluted Delta is great here. Let's go ahead and Portent ourselves. Counterspell, Duress, yeah, we'll take those. I kind of want everything, but if I'm going to give up on something, it'll be the Delta. I want these cards. I would not like to use Portent's ability. You can go, opponent. Draw off my Portent. Third island. Pass. Outstanding. All right, untap, draw. Black. What's in there, buddy? What are you hiding from me? You'd tell me, right? Gush? Yeah, absolutely. How many islands are you hiding in there, buddy? You got Powder Keg, Flash, AK, Vision Charm. Interesting, I have an AK. I can force them to play the first AK. I kind of do care about Keg. We'll take the Keg. That ultimately is going to be too big a pain in the ass over the course of a long game, which I think we're headed into. Combat. You want to convert that AK? Nice. So just Flash? Sure. Interesting that they didn't want to convert their AK. We probably fetch soon, but I think I actually want the Polluted Delta on top of my deck. Attackers, end step, on tap, draw this Delta, play it, start chilling. Portent, sure. So I assume they're going to play this island out. They've got AK plus Vision Charm. 2 unknowns, sure. All right, we're going to do a little bit of an end step fetch to pry to see if they have Stifle. They don't. Grab an island. Let's go to our turn now. You draw off Portent, 3 unknowns in hand. I draw an island, which is pretty good here. We'll just play it and pass. The second we're about to miss a land drop, that's when we're going to gush. This is a matchup where my deck's full of Meddling Mages and Togs. Both are going to be a nightmare for our opponent if they come in and they can't counter it on the way down. Portent is fine. Our deck's also just full of like Duress, pretty strong. Declines to use it, plays an island, 2 mystery cards going up to 3. Yeah, that's fine. My turn. Draw. You draw first though. Little Plains action. Yeah, we'll play that. Just keep chilling. We're not going to gush until we need to, which is going to be basically when we miss our land drop. Finding a source to Plowshares will make us feel quite good here. Dreadnought, knowing they have Chain of Vapor, we counter the Dreadnought. No, thank you. All right, 1 Dreadnought down. My turn, on tap, take a draw. Dr.Teeth. All right, 1, 2. Gush. 1, 2. Duress. Yeah, Duress you, opponent. Double AK, huh? Plus Stifle and Vision Charm. We'll take your Stifle. It seems weird, but I'm about to fetch and I need the fetch to resolve. So you've got AK, Vision Charm. No, AK, Vision Charm. So now we'll fetch. They could like flash for Stifle here, I guess. Grab a swamp, play an island, tap the swamp, play a Psychatog. All right, opponent, you are up. Opponent not casting their AKs is a little bit suspicious. At this point from their position, they absolutely should be casting their AKs. So it makes me wonder why they're not casting them. Something I'm just going to say out loud. I disagree with not converting here. You'd have to have perfect information. Combat, attack for 1. More funk music right now. It's stark contrast to Neon looking kind of stressed. What are we playing? Oh, this is Kalenu, I think is how you pronounce the name. He's got some fucking bops. We're just going to attack for 1 here. I'm glad you like the music, buddy. Music's like probably the most important thing in my life. Blue, white. How big a fight will I pick? I guess I'll play this Flooded Strand. Hold this for a potential foil. Here's my Meddling Mage. 1, 2, AK. Flash. I forgot to charge my headphones, so I'm actually not listening to the same music as you guys. That's why I have to keep checking. Flash is fine. How about this Meddling Mage, man? Blue, blue. Me too, bud. Me too. What else you got? Foil? All right, how about this Meddling Mage? Phyrexian Dreadnought. All right, Op, you're up. Getting them to use that Flash to look for a counterspell was pretty good for me. That makes our AK better since they use Flash, yes. They're going to have to start converting these, even if they do, for some reason, know that we have AK. That's fine, you may draw a card. Want to do it again? Draw 2? So now there's 2 mystery cards in their hand. My turn? Yeah, that's fine. Now you have 4 mystery cards in hand. All right, untap, draw. Island, sure. Do I pull the trigger here? How many counterspells have they used? 1. I feel like I don't even need to use it. We'll just go to combat. We'll wait till a fight's picked. They cannot phase out Mage with Charm. The Charm does not phase out creatures, just artifacts. We'll also hold these islands, I think. Keep Tog equity very high. That'd be cool for our opponent if they could do that, but they cannot. Ooh, Mistress Factory, not a bad one. Not a bad hit for our opponent. Does not do shit about my Psychatog, though. Untap draw. Good one. Duress you, opponent. All right, you got a counterspell. No response. Let's go to combat. Smack ya. Damage. Let's see if they have it here, right? Yeah, let's go blue, white, AK. All right, they got another counterspell. How much damage can we deal here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now just take 1. End step, you may go. They've got 3 mystery cards after they draw for turn. What is this, another Flash? Sure. Joyful Waffle, what's going on? Duress Crew, how we doing? Impulse is fine. 1, 2, AK. Yeah, I mean, at some point we'll draw ours too. Okay. What else? I could have exiled my AK, I guess, with the Tog. I don't know if that would have mattered that much. Land, yeah, you got it, buddy. My turn. Untap, draw. It's an AK. Go to combat. Attack with the Tog. What you got? Damage. Go ahead, opponent. I'm actually going to wait as long as possible to burn this AK. I'm going to wait until I can either duress them again or land a second Meddling Mage or something. Or until they play something that causes me actual stress. Untap, draw. Or I have this counterspell. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Damage. They also only have 1 AK left in their deck, which is pretty good because we have 3, including the one in our hand. Yep, passing is fine. I'll take a Gush right about now. Another Tog. Yeah, that'll work too. Combat. Attack you. Let's go with a land, a 1, 2, 3. Tog. Impulse is fine. How about this Tog? Opt is fine. How about this Tog? We're almost there. We're almost at that point. Joyful Waffle. I think next turn is the turn we can start thinking about doing that. Gush is fine. Yeah, they're just digging for the sake of digging at this point. Did you find it? I might even fight it. Flash, absolutely. Yeah, there's 6 damage in the yard, 1 from Tog, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're not at 12. With this Tog, we could have pitched everything, but then they just chain, and their deck contains more than 1 chain. It's not worth it. That's 12. What? 1 plus 6, 6, 7, AK for 3. Yeah, but then the AK would have to resolve. I have no illusions that this AK is going to resolve. All right, pass the turn. Why did they not eat their own Ks if they have 1 left and you have 3? Yeah, I don't know, because they're silly. So they're going to chain here. Let's let it go. They're just dead to my Togs. I could counterspell here. Let's start with an AK. Blue, blue. AK for 5? They certainly have counter magic here, but I want them to use it on the AK and not this counterspell. AK, do we counterspell that one? Yeah, I think we counterspell them drawing 5 cards. Surely they have a Daze here, which is going to be brutal. Foil, sure. Okay, you draw 5? All right, now what? Foil, sure, dude. It's in my hand. No response. Continue. Got a Dreadnought. Are you going to phase it out or Stifle? Stifle, sure. So we still know of a Vision Charm in hand. Mishra's Factory, yes. All right, let's see what we name with our Meddling Mage. We have perfect info. They've used 1, 2 counter spells. How many have we used? 1, 2, 3. So they've used 1, 2. Let's blow up their graveyard real quick. They've used 1, 2, 3 foils. And they've used, for counter spells, they've only used 2, I believe. 1 counter spell. They've used 3 of each. So they're actually super light on interaction at this point. Let's actually open on Float 2 and Gush. Keg? Could be Keg. All right, that's a counter spell. So we play Meddling Mage. Yeah, I kind of like naming Keg on Mage. Play land out, tap for white, play Meddling Mage. They have used a Keg. They don't normally have more than 1 in the main, actually. Sometimes they have 2. I kind of like just naming Phyrexian Dreadnought again, so they can't double up. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Excuse me. Phyrexian Dreadnought. There's 2 more, and they've got a small pool of cards left. Okay. Go away, Exile Zone. Why are we still here? And then, do we want to activate? Do we want to cast another Gush? Struggling to think on why we wouldn't. Let's go 1, 2. We'll tap 2. We're going to Gush again. We haven't used a single Swords to Plowshares here either. All right, another Tog. Play it. All right, combat. We can kind of force some funky fucking blocks here, right? Or we can just like pass and then force them to reactively use their Vision Charm. Although at this point, they'll Vision Charm my Mox Diamond to keep me off counterspell. So yeah, get in. Yeah, activate the factory's fine. Block there, block there. So here, we're just going to exile 2. 1, 2. I think we're letting 1 die to Dreadnought, exactly. Exile 2, 1, 2. No response. We going to pump some more or no? All right, you pump. I discard City of Brass. Yeah, I'm not going to try to kill the Phyrexian Dreadnought. They have the Vision Charm. It's like known info. Damage. Vision Charm their factory? I don't care about that. Kill a Tog. Go for it, buddy. Have we really found not a single copy of Swords to Plowshares? There's 4 in our deck. There's only 29 cards left. I guess that means they have another. Yeah, they might have another. We're just going to take the first 12. It's like free. They're just passing. We'll untap. Draw Daze. Play land. We're actually just going to pass. They're running pretty low on resources. I can set up a pretty cool Tog block here. They could, of course, have another Chain of Vapor, but that's just the world we're living in. They like always have another Vision Charm. They use that first one plus the AK in hand for 5 to resolve. Yeah. Jundo, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, but we haven't drawn a single Swords to Plowshares in the top half of our deck, which is kind of tough. Combat's fine. They don't attack, I agree. On tap, draw. Portent, tap. Portent me. Gush, yeah, bury this, under this, under this. Don't use the ability. Play out. I guess I'm just holding my islands close to free 2. Yeah, I want as many pumps as possible. We're just passing. And we'll get 1 in play since we're gushing. They're just passing, which is tight. I'll untap, draw this Portent, which I will use probably to shuffle. It'll depend. Swords and Meddling Mage. Okay. Bury you. Put you 2 on. Don't use the ability. Tap for a blue. Let's gush. Vision Charm what? Mill for 4? No. Ooh, you want me to not draw the things I just put on top? I don't think I can afford to interact with that. I'll mill 4. Draw 2. Would we hit? All right, there's a foil. Play an island back out. And then we're going to keep chilling. Draw off Portent. Swords. There we go. Combat is good. End step. Swords. Your Dreadnought. All right, untap. Upkeep. Draw. Land. Combat. Here come the twins. Activate's fine. Exile 2. 1, 2. All right, discard City of Brass in response to the pump. All right, in response to that pump, exile 2. 1, 2. 2. All right, you're up, opponent. Untap, draw, combat. Send in the twins. Activate, that's fine. Go to blocks. All right, exile 2, 1, 2. Exile 2, 1, 2. Damage. Vision Charm. Sure. Take 1. Go. Pass to me. I untap, I draw. Combat. The idiots. Activation's fine. Go to blocks. Discard. Polluted Delta. Exile 1, 2. Stifle. Exile 1, 2. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, they're not scooping for clock. They're behind on the clock. All right, combat. Attack with all. Combat. Attack with all. F6. I'm just trying to do this in the most time-efficient way possible. All right, we're going to kill now, I think. Untap. Combat. Attack, attack, attack. All right, discard 1. Discard 1. Very scummy opponent here, unfortunately. Pitch here. Exile 2. 1, 2. What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pop that out. Exile 2. 10. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pitch Vision Charming, no response. Exile 2, 1, 2, no response. 10, 11, 12, 13. Go for it, Impulse, I don't care. You got 2 cards in your deck, dude. What a scummy opponent. Very not cool, dude. All right, game 2. We need to play this next game about killing our opponent as fast as possible. I have a feeling they're just going to play to the clock. We'll grab Disenchants. We'll grab Annuls. That may be the full stop. We don't need that many. Well, we probably can only cut 1 Tog because we're on such a clock disadvantage. Even this few seconds is huge. Daze. Tsabo's Web for what? Foil? I think I want foil on the draw. No. If my clock runs out, I just lose. On MTGO, it's a chess clock, correct? Luckily, the clock doesn't count while we're sideboarding, so I've got some time to catch my breath. Yeah, I think I just don't want Daze, so I will bring in Tsabo's Web. I think you grabbed it. Oh, I did. Thank you. We want all of our counterspells. So would we want to cut for this Tsabo's Web? Do we actually want it, do we think? I don't like that it plays into their powder keg plan because they want to powder keg our mages. I actually don't like that very much. I'm going to let the clock run a little bit, just like catch my breath. I was trying to play that quickly. Then that's so tough. He clearly played that in order for you to exhaust more of your time. Exactly. Yeah. It was pretty scummy. It's one thing if we're deep in game 3 and both players have been taking forever, but he's been taking as long as I have. He just saw it would take some time to kill me. So I said, well, let's just make you do that. And then he also cast meaningless spells while I was trying to kill as fast as possible for the express purpose of burning my clock. Little scummy. Whatever. Oh, wait, let's actually cut an AK. Yeah, I like that waffle. I completely forgot we're supposed to do that. All right, let's submit. All right, let's look at this opener. We've got a Duress. Yeah, I'll keep this on Duress. Portent is fine. City of Brass with an Annul. I think I can wait to Duress. We'll just F6. All right, let's go Flooded Strand. I'm going to wait on the diamonds. Let's go ahead and Duress now. Tide, Impulse, blah, 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 blah. See ya. Parallax Tide? Yeah. Nah. Impulse. F6. Another land. Pass to me. Untap, draw. Nice. I'm going to play these lands out because I can Gush. Fetching your upkeep. Island. Fetching your upkeep. Island. Continue. Attackers is fine. End step. I'm going to miss a land drop here, so I actually am fine casting the first AK. Ooh, it's pretty good then. Draw. Land. We're going to pass. Portent's fine. End step. Do we want to just go for it? Yeah, we want to compress this game. Let's just AK. Wow. Untap, draw. You draw off Portent. I'll draw for turn. Counterspell. Let's Portent me. Not interested in any of that. Any order. Shuffle. Let's go ahead and Gush. Meddling Mage is solid. Let's play this land out. Let's play this diamond out. Pitch this island. Play this Meddling Mage. Tapping for a white. Its name, Phyrexian Dreadnought. And pass. Yeah, I don't get bringing in Tide versus Tog, especially because we're a diamond Gush deck, so it doesn't actually feel that good. All right, untap, draw. Land, combat, swing. Go ahead. Yeah, this deck feels great. No, I don't think so. Fetch at your end step. We're going to try to really compress this game, you guys. Just a heads up. Tap for 2, AK for 3. Untap, draw. Let's go to combat first. Attack, damage. All right, 1, 2, Gush. Okay, let's go land back out. Mox Diamond, cast. Pitch City of Brass. Tap for white. Meddling Mage. Chain of Vapor. 1 and a black. Psychatog. Go ahead. You little clock burning piss baby. Got him. All right. 4 and 1. Oh, my fucking stomach. And we're going right into round 6. Ew. Mystery Man 21, and I am on the play. Double Swords Portent. What is Mystery Man on? This hand is exactly insane against a few matchups and very bad against others. You're playing against my op? Don't let him clock you. I need to make an Aura Tog deck in order to become the Tog Master. That ain't me. I think I'm going to keep this based on Portent. It's fine. We've got, this ticks a lot of boxes. We've got, if this is a creature matchup, it looks really good, but we've got double island to set up Gush. So we can actually look for Gush with Portent. There's a Counterspell and 2 more lands. I don't know if that's what we want. It's not. Any order, shuffle. F6. See if we draw Daze. We don't, so F6. Well, it's not Enchantress. Duress, F6. Now, if they take this Portent and Cabal Therapy my swords to Plowshares, I feel extra dumb. So there's always that. Notably, my deck is not showing black right now, so they might have no clue what's going on. That would be really cool. You just look like Flippi to them. Yeah, exactly. We look like Flippi right now. Imagine if they Meddling Mage for Parallax Tide Wave based on your hand. That'd be weird if they had Meddling Mage with their basic swamp. Technically could be playing against Finkula, although Finkula really doesn't want to lead on basic swamp because they want to turn to Meddling Mage. You're not wrong, Joyful Waffle. This technically right now could be a mirror match. This could also just be the Tog matchup. I am blind. Yeah, Island Duress would go crazy. This is a tank. Yeah, they're probably thinking about how to maximally blow us out right now. Usually a tank on Duress like this means one of two things. Either they disconnected or they've got a really slick sequence. They hit the Armageddon interesting. Gush is pretty cool. Play this, Portent me. I think so. We don't have any black currently, but well, I guess that makes the foil bad too. It's kind of weird actually. It's like fine. 1, 2, 3. Don't use the ability. F6. Ooh, little rock action. This is going to seem weird to some of you, but I'm going to Daze this Wall of Blossoms. I will say I think the rock's a bad matchup. All right, F6. Foil. Island F6. Ravenous Rats? Sure. No response. Pitched Swords. They got 4 in hand. We get to play... We're going to draw Duress, which isn't like what we want right now, but we'll play this Plains, and we'll just chill. Combat's fine. Another Swamp. What do we want? Wall of Roots? I think we let that go. All right, let's draw our first mystery card after the Portent pile. Psychatog. Let's Gush. Nice. I guess we should use all of our mana right now, so let's play City of Brass. Tap for white. Let's Swords to Plowshares the Wall of Roots. Do we just Duress instead of Tog right now? That actually might be better. Kind of wastes the mana, though. I don't really want to foil a Smother. I bet they have something for this Tog, though. I think I'm wasting the mana. Response. Duress you. Watch this miss. All right, Smother and Perky. Well, we got to take Perky. I know they have Smother and Yavimaya Elder. Combat, I'll lose this mana. If they don't draw their green source, right? It's really good that we got that Wall of Blossoms because they could have eldered us. They could still just draw Forest. But if they can't develop, I can play Tog and then maybe foil the Smother. Go Hellbent. Is that even that good? I kind of just want to draw Meddling Mage and name Smother with it. Okay, here comes the Yavimaya Elder, of course. I don't think I'm ever foiling that. All right, Portent, cool, we'll do that. Armageddon is very much on the list of cards we're looking for. Ooh, Gush and 2 Meddling Mages. Okay. We'll sandwich the Gush between the Meddling Mages. So Meddling Mage, Gush, Meddling Mage, no shuffle. Then I will pass. Meddling Mage, first one named Smother, second one names Pernicious. Try to make the whole game about just Psychatog. Oh, that's right, we only have 1 Geddon in the main board. Good catch. So we just make this, we just try to make this game about just Psychatog. Dust Bowl, that's like fine for now. We can probably eventually develop. Well, I guess, we have to Gush now to do the thing. No, I guess we know the only card in their hand, right? Now we'll just play land, go 1, 2, Meddling Mage, Smother. Go ahead, opponent. Probably want to pop that Yavimaya Elder now if I had to take a guess. Yep, they pop. Yeah, well, they've got Smother plus 4 cards, right? 3 cards. They're going to have Smother, they'll 2 lands, they show us a mystery card plus draw for turn. They're going to have 2 mystery cards, 2 lands, and a Smother, which is named with Meddling Mage. Duress me. Well, come back to me, Islands. We'll just let them take the foil here, I think. I wonder what my other Meddling Mage names. I think it's just Pernicious Deed. Like, if they played like a Ravenous Bailout or something here, that's going to blow. But if they drew Blank as their last mystery card, then like these Meddling Mages can start to get in. All right, they played the Swamp, so there's one. They drew Punky. Nice top deck, opponent. End step, I go untap, draw, Duress. Pretty dead here. Let's just Portent me. Can't really do anything with those diamonds into that Pernicious Deed. We can attack for 2 though. Polluted Delta naturally makes black. That's pretty good. So still down to 1 mystery card in hand. Let's go to combat. Attack ya. Bring it to 16. I would have Dust Bolt if I were them. They can't Dust Bolt basics. Polluted Delta. Do I Duress now? I don't think so. No, we just pass. Go ahead, opponent. In paper you can. So true, Elder Butterbeer. So true. Combat, yeah, they just want like this weird race that they currently can't win. But the Pernicious D can break whenever they want it to, which is not exciting for me. There's the Bailoff. Sure. Our deck is luckily full of Swords to Plowshares. I guess we have to Duress now. Just like take their Smother out. That way if they blow their deed, I get to do something. Yeah, Duress you. Do I play Meddling Mage to force a pop on deed? Island. I think we're going to play the second Meddling Mage to force a pop of the deed. What haven't they cast? Cabal Therapy. Go ahead, opponent. You know, the name was probably, it doesn't really matter because they have the deed, but the name was probably supposed to be Recurring Nightmare. Combat, attack for 4. I'll take the first one. Game 2. That hurts. All right, I think this matchup is, to be clear, very, very bad for us. But if we had to win it, how would we do it? It would begin with this Armageddon. Guys, do we think they were on Treetop? Did we see Treetop that game? I don't think we did. Do we think they're on Treetop? I guess Tsabo's Web still hits like Dust Bowl. It kind of plays really hard into PD though, which I think we're annulling. All right, these plus no warmth. I don't think Disenchant's where we want to be. Yeah, I think it's just those 4. And then what don't we want? I think Duress actually sucks in this matchup. We're going to take out 2 of those. 1 Psychatog. plus 1 foil. I don't like this matchup for us at all. This is the first matchup we've come across where I'm like, I don't know if I can win this. Goblins feels like we can still win it. Like even with the white splash, it feels like there are sequences where I can like find a path to victory. But this one, I don't know. I know that Psychatog itself has a tough rock matchup, and I know that Growatog has a miserable rock matchup. So there's no way combining the two gives you a better average on the rock. Did you beat Novice? We trashed him 2-0. This type of deck is usually a very good matchup in the old extended days. For the rock, yeah. The issue is that I'm playing a little bit too fair against the rock. My deck is very good into combo decks. I'm good into combo decks. I'm good into super linear other fair decks that want to get on the ground and boogie, that have like very notable creatures I can name with Mage. But against the rock, which is just like a soup deck, kind of just sits there and does like big stuff, I have to have a very specific hand to try to fight that. Easily outdraw, take out Mox. I can see taking out like 1 Mox. Maybe the foil's not that bad. Or no, maybe Duress, yeah. Something like that. I don't want to go too low on Mox Diamonds on the play. I like foil better on the draw. On the play, the card disadvantage gives me a fucking aneurysm. -1 Mox, +1 Disenchant. You think so? Oh, too late. Yeah, I'll be on the play. This hand's stone cold unplayable. Mulligan. I think you're unlikely to Daze. I don't agree with that. I think Daze is fine in this matchup. So I like all my card draw. I actually like everything. Daze actually might be the pitch, but I don't think it is. I think the pitch is actually weirdly probably just AK. I mean, all their deck does is tap out every turn. I don't see how Daze wouldn't be good. I converted to Daze in game 1. I don't know if I want that second Daze, though. That one's a little bit tricky. I think I need to get a threat. What's your out to play deed? Brother, there isn't one. We can disenchant it, but if we have creatures in play, there's no timing to do it. That's good for us. Shuffle. We want a threat, like real bad. F6. Second Gush isn't like good, but it's not like actively bad either. Okay, now we want to draw our Tsabo's Web. There's the treetop. Not quite, huh? All right, land go. I get nutted in game 3 by your Novice Oppo. They drew 4 out of 4 Hydroblast, and it was a key for Tink. Oh, that sucks. Ravenous Rats? Nah, you're good on that. Just cast Daze. All right, untap draw. Swords could eventually be good. We're not going to Gush until we can't make a land drop, I don't think. All good, I'm locked. I played it out basically to help you with breakers. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. When it dies, huh? This is as good a Swords target as any. My turn. Untap, draw. Meddling Mage on perk deed? Or is it Meddling Mage on like, I've got Annul, so I wonder if it's like Smother this time. Meddling Mage on Smother. Go ahead. Could have been Cabal Therapy. Probably should have been Cabal Therapy. Green, whatever. Activate Treetop? Absolutely. This is exactly what I want to see our opponent doing this early. I will take 3. Another Treetop. Come on. Tsabo's Web, I know you're only a 1 of, but it's time for you to show up to work. Yes. I fucking love it here so much. Return 2 islands to my hand. All right, here you go, dick. This is my Tsabo's Web. Draw off Tsabo's Web. Play land. All right, here I come. Here comes my big boop. Dissolutionist is raiding with a party of 51. Dissolutionist, how'd your, I assume, did you lose your win in it? Is that what happened? What's going on, everybody? I think if we lose this matchup, we make top 8. We've had a very good run so far with this Esper Tog list. I tried to play the Dissolutionist Tog Tide Gush list, and I am not the same brand of sicko that he is, unfortunately. AK, another Meddling Mage. Let the herding begin. Yeah. 3 Meddling Mages, huh? Okay, land, combat. Those are both forests, right? They are. Attack you. Now what do I care about? A sizable creature like Meddling Mage? The reason I'm not going to name Cabal Therapy here is because there are things that they can just resolve that take all of my advantage and turn it into dust. I'm going to name Ravenous Baloth. They've certainly got 2 to 4 of those. And then we'll just pass, because we've got this Annul up for the Pernicious Deed. Deeder Baloth, yeah, agreed. Ira, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, buddy. Take my Bezos bucks. I'll take them. Appreciate it, man. Cabal Therapy? Yeah. If they find a way to snipe my Annul, we're just going to Meddling Mage on Deed and try to make this game about one thing. Now I kind of just want to Gush into Armageddon. I think that would stone cold end the game. They name Gush. Yeah, that's fine. You have a wall. Activate. Oh, that's actually a sick play. Activate Treetop, flash it back at the Annul. Probably hit the Meddling Mage though, right? Yeah, there goes my Mage. Little swamp action. My turn. Draw Mage off the top. Damn. Combat. Full send. Love a black source here. This Tog would make this, clean it up really quick. Good play by opponent, but the Mage beatdown will continue until morale improves. Correct. That's exactly correct. All right, really good thing we brought on this web. Really the only thing carrying us through this game right now. City, sure, go to combat. Beep, beep. All right, check this shit out. Tog, go. Now, even if they have Deed, they can't blow up the Tog. They have to wait a full turn, so we might be able to deal lethal under it. Forest, deranged, nothing. Untap draw. Ooh, swords. What do we have here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's try to kill our opponent. I don't think we can wait any longer. Now they can like cast and crack Deed all in one go. So I think we're gonna go for this. Exile 2. Daze, Portent. I don't love losing AKs. Like we could just die here, but we don't have permission, and every single time our opponent top decks, that could just end our entire run. I guess we can. We've still got Annul for Punky. Maybe we just do like a medium-sized gut punch here. What is this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Bring them to 2 so each one of our threats is lethal and try to annul Pernicious Deed. That'll blank them having Vendetta or Diabolic Edict here. Yeah, no, I actually like that better. Take. All right, you're at 2. You may go. Taking a game off the rock is hard. Is this Bryson's deck? No, it's actually not very close to Bryson's deck either. This is Jon Cawley's deck from the Eld Open, but I made some changes to the sideboard to be better against red. I did not play against red once. It's like torture. I will kill you, but I will do it slowly. Yeah. I don't think we want to change anything except for Dazes are worse now. That Tsabo's Web was load bearing to our game plan. I think Daze pretty bad. Disenchant might be better now. Daze pretty bad. Foil's better now. Tog and Duress are better than Dazes. Yeah. I do not like Duress in this matchup. Like I have to keep some number in, but I think that traditionally in hand disruption mirrors, Duresses are the first thing that you're like not stoked to see. This hand contains double AK, Portent. Yeah, I think we have to keep this. It's kind of awkward because our basic's a swamp and not a island, but our opponent's going to try to shred our hand to tiny pieces, so I think we need to keep this and just hope it develops well. Duress is good. I wonder if this 75 can benefit from a misdirection. It's very possible. All right, so you want to therapy me? Because you saw those 2 AKs. What if I play? No way, right? Well, Duress versus double AK, we're not really discard proof. They can now Cabal therapy. So what I'm supposed to do, I think the correct play is to play Flooded Strand, fetch for basic island, Portent me. Another play I could make is just assume I'll draw lands because I got AKs, play Meddling Mage, name Cabal Therapy. I think with these AKs in my hand, I'll be able to develop into it. Okay, we're going to try this. I don't know if it's right, but I feel like I have to take weird lines to try to beat this deck. So we're going to go boop, island, diamond, cast, pitch, swamp, play mage, name therapy. Also puts a creature into play, which is pretty nice. They'll need wall to stop the aggression. Wastes, sure. Hidden Gibbon. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Untap. Take a draw. It's an island. Go to combat. Attack you for 2. Deed versus Mox would be vomit. Yeah, that's true. Also, Deed versus their Hidden Gibbons isn't very good either. Let's Portent me. Sword, Psychatog, Delta. Yep. Bury that. This, under it, then that. No shuffle. F6. We do have 2 Armageddons for the matchup, yes. Open to dodge, perk, Deed here. Just a tap land, cool. All right, we might want to wake this Gibbons up. I think we need to start converting these AKs, so let's wake it up. I have to be mana efficient as well. This Gibbons is why we left the swords on top. Untap, draw, Polluted Delta, land. Tap for a white and swords the Gibbons. Go to combat, attack for 2. I think we're going to AK now to try to find Duress. No luck, but Annul is a good consolation prize. If we find our 5th land drop, we can get Psychatog down with Counterspell back up. That would be very good. Duskbolt doesn't really have any text. Yavimaya Elder's fine. End step, Gush off the top would be perfect. That's a good consolation. Polluted Delta, fetch. We'll grab a swamp. Oh, we don't have swamps. Did we pitch it? We pitched our swamp. Ew. Well, it's like fine. 1, 2, black. Psychatog, go ahead. Another treetop. All right, Tsabo's Web off the top. Meddling Mage, perk deed, combat, attack you. Don't try card gods. You can ask for 1 outer only once an event. That's fair. Yeah, it might just be Smother again. I think you're right. Exile 2. It'll be 1, 2. Now you can sacrifice it. I'm just not offering the trade is all. No response. 1, 2, little Meddling Mage. Smother. We have 2 answers to deed in our hand. Gosh, she would be so good to me. Another AK would be fine. Just some way to develop cards here is what we're looking for. Armageddon. Armageddon might win the game on its own. Duress. I think we need to counterspell this. Swamp. Rats. Boo. Yeah. Get punished for not naming Punky. All right. Disenchant. Annul. Not Disenchant. Disenchant. Armageddon or Gush off the top, please. Off the top rope. Sure. Combat. Get busy with all of them. Yep. Damage. Tap for a black. I need to convert this Duress before they Punky. Duress you. Take Smothy. Go. I mean, we're still super live for Armageddon, I guess. Yeah, the setup is gross. It was bad for us. All right, F6. We need like Gush's stat, AK's stat. Land, we'll hold it. F6. Tsabo Web, come on. Gush is the lead to it all because Gush could give us Armageddon plus the white source to cast it or whatever. 1 more F6. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to fetch next turn. Like, we're going to take our hit for 6, go down to 2. Cabal Therapy, yeah. Probably just Armageddon, right? Nope, swords, sure. Wall of Roots, yeah. Boogie woogie. All right, let's fetch. All right, deck, do that thing. Yeah, we're just dead. Concede. They win the match. All right, there's 3 matches left, and we are 4-2. I'm pretty sure we're a lock. All right, we're on the draw against the rock. It's bad. It's so bad right now. I'm just looking at who we could potentially raid after this. I don't know if anyone's playing any Premodern right now. Probably just Doomwake. He's just building Lorwyn standard decks, but Doomwake rules. Just show him some love. Maybe some people want to watch some standard. But we could be here for a minute, so who knows? All right, this hand is... I mean, it's not unreasonable. Turn 1 Portent, hold up Daze. You've got an AK, we'll try it. Just a basic forest, sure. Another AK that's solid too. Let's go blue, Portent, me. Looking for lands. I have no clue what standard is right now, to be honest. These cards are all fine. I'm not ready for the Gush yet. I can avoid shuffling for a minute, I think. If there's one card I don't want to have to take, it's foil, so I'll bury that under Gush, under Flooded Strand. I will not shuffle, and I will F6. I love Ninja Turtles. I don't want to play Ninja Turtles in Magic, though. Is that toxic? Am I being toxic right now? I grew up on that shit. Doesn't mean I want to, like, do it. Ravenous Rats? Yeah, this is a pretty good Daze, I think. All right. We're going to go on tap draw. Then we're going to go Island, play Mox Diamond, pitch City of Brass, play Meddling Mage, name Pernicious Deed, F6. Edge of Eternity's ruled. I love that set. Really cool limited set too if you're into limited. Smother, yeah, you got it. Just a treetop. Our Armageddon's our way out in game 1. There's our foil. Here's our Flooded Strand. We're just going to chill. Just saying 2 of 3 sets is a hat set now. That's fair. 4, Ravenous Baloth. Let's fetch. Let's grab an island. Let's tap for 2. Let's weirdly Gush right now first. All right, let's foil it. Cast, foil, pitch island, pitch AK. Then we'll cast the AK to draw 2. Okay. Attackers, end step, my turn. On tap, draw. Hold up AK or Duress. Hold up AK or Duress. I think we're Duressing. Duress you. Cabal Therapy, just a couple lands. Chances don't seem too abysmal right now. We're probably just getting hit by a treetop here. Unless they draw like, I hope they draw Deranged Hermit so I can Daze it. There's a forest. Wake him up. Knock, knock. Yeah, there he is. End step. There's a mystery card and a Lawnmower Waste on our opponent's hand. We draw swords. That's actually a solid draw here. We'll play this land and we'll pass. Armageddon, I need you to show up to work today, please. Damn dirty apes. All right, yeah, you've got treetop. You can declare. All right, swords, the treetop. They're not going to continue playing lands because they're afraid of what? Armageddon? Well, there's my Armageddon. Untap. Draw Portent. Let's go black. Duress our opponent. 3 lands, sure. All right, let's go blue. Portent. Wait, yeah, I can still play an island. Portent. Me, I guess. A quick Tog should be good here. Oh, 4th AK is amazing. Okay, bury the mage under the Gush, under the AK. No shuffle. Island, pass. Kevin, what's up, baby? How you doing? Lumber Waste, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hardcast Genesis. Cast AK, and then Daze by bouncing this island. We need a Tog here. That's how we close this game super quick. Hi Tog. We know there's 2 lands in their hand. Let's just play out an island, and let's play out... I think it's just got to be Tog here. I got to take a risk, I think. Psychatog, and then we will pass. The reason we're doing this way, this really works out poorly if our opponent's watching the stream, but the reason we're doing it this way, they're going to grab rats, sure. Ooh, that was a bit of a punt, huh? Now they're going to be able to well, they shouldn't know we have Armageddon. No response to the rat, no response to the trigger, pitch, island. I think if they name Armageddon here, I mean, it's the only thing that truly beats them, but also if they do that, I just win. Like, I guess if they do that, I just win the game, right? Attackers, end step, my turn. How much mana can I produce? Let's play a game. It's called Gush. I've got 2 floating. Do I have another diamond? I don't. I think that's okay. Armageddon. All right, land. Combat. You have to block this. I wonder if they know they have to block this. No way they don't, right? Go to blocks. You have to. Are they not blocking? Chat, this is them not blocking, right? Chat, just to confirm, this arrow on them means they don't. Romario, they're not blocking, right? I'm not misreading this screen. This Ravenous Rats would be on the red line, right? Like, because I'm going to try to kill them, but I'm not insane, right? Because that's not blocking. That's what I thought. So it's 10, 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14 and a half, 15, 16, 17 and a half, 18, 19, 20 and a half, 21 and a half. Oh, wait, right. There, I'm actually a point short, it looks like. What if I pitch everything? 21, so it's 10 and a half, 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and a half, 21 and a half. 22? No, I guess they don't have to block. He is not dead. He is not dead, right? Because we have 10, 11 and a half because of the extra card in the graveyard. So 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14 and a half, 15, 16, 17 and a half, 18, 19, 20 and a half, 21 and a half, 22 total. Yeah. So we just need to deal damage here. And then nothing else to do. We'll just pass next turn. If I had one more in hand, we'd be good to go. All right, now they do have to block. Ooh, combat. Attack you. Kill your Ravenous Rats. GG. All right, we got game 1 somehow, which is crazy. Wow, we won game 1. That's actually really good. Now we just got to get lucky once in the next 2 games. Armageddon, Tsabo's Web, the first Disenchant, both Annuls on the draw. And we're on the draw, so I don't hate Armageddon, or I don't hate foil. I think we can lose a single Psychatog. I think I'm going to lose a single Duress. I think I actually want to go down is 2 diamonds crazy? I think the max I can cut is 1. Jon Cawley, how many diamonds would you cut in this matchup? You're the architect of the deck. 72 of the 73 cards is just Jon Cawley's exact list. I think I can cut Daze, just 1. I'm glad I'm not insane for thinking that. Jay, what do you think about this? I know this isn't your list, but if say you had gun to your head, you have to play my configuration, which I think is actually worse into the matchup we're playing. What do you think about this 5 for this 5? I'm kind of into like losing a Tog. I don't want to overdraw on Tog. It plays poorly into Pernicious Deed. It's kind of clunky in the early game. I also don't want to overboard in Disenchants because it can come to a top deck where I just want access to like the first one, I think. This is okay. We're still in the top 8. This is the quarterfinals. Solid? Okay, cool. If the architect themselves said this is solid, I'm going to try it out. Submit. The reason I don't like Disenchant over Annul is once Pernicious Deed's in play, there are very few situations you can idea board up into existence where Disenchant saves your creature. It happens, but it's not common, I wouldn't say. But Jon Cawley, I don't know if you're on X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, but I did just post, I 4-1 with this deck yesterday as a warm-up, just off stream, just like jammed it, had some fun with it. I played your exact list. It felt very good. My only loss was to Sly, and my chill just kind of got blasted. They drew like 3 blasts in game 2, and we got game 1. That's kind of what happened there. But Stifle? What are we stifling? I don't play Stifle. Awesome. Yeah, very solid. And I lost to Sly in my top 8. I would have taken the rest down. Yeah, I looked at that top 8 and I thought to myself, what did he lose to? It must have been that fucking Sly deck in the top 4. Oh yeah, but the problem with playing Stifle as a sideboard option against Deed is that it's so narrow, and outside of that exact application, it doesn't have a lot of function. The thing that's good about this deck is every single one of our cards kind of functions on its own. We're not like a super synergy based deck. Like our cards have synergy. Like our Mox Diamonds and Gushes inherently hang out together. Mass drawing cards draws you extra AKs, which snowballs advantages. But each of your cards on their own kind of fulfills a role, and Stifle breaks that mold. I think Stifle's better in like decks like Dreadnought, where Stifle adds to a combo, or decks like Tide Still, where you're the blue-white control deck, but you actively want Parallax Tide to combo. I think that's where the Stifle really shines. Just casting Stifle, I think Flippi is the only person bold enough to play Stifle with the express intent of stifling a fetch land or a Pernicious Deed or whatever. What is our opponent tanking on? Mystery Man, you hopping in the stream? Make sure to leave a sub if you're gonna watch. Honestly, that should be my motto. You can stream snipe all you want, but you have to be subscribed. You have to have a Twitch sub. I've stifled fetches in Legacy, never in Premodern. I've stifled fetches, and if you play Dreadnought, you're gonna stifle fetches in Premodern. But fetches in Legacy are so much better than Premodern fetches. Fetches in Legacy, your opponent's going to get one of their like 2 mana sources, like they're one of their 2 volcanic islands. Let's see what our hand does. It portents. This seems loose. It's a 1-lander, so it seems inherently loose. We have a little bit of everything, and we're probably going to get Duress. Now, that said, if we get Duress and they take our portent and we can't develop land, that also gets awkward. But I love that we have Duress and we have Annul. We've got a sideboard card. We've got a way to fix our shit. If they don't open on Duress, we feel really good. If they do, we're on the draw. I think we're going to keep this just for raw card advantage, because our opponent's part of their plan is to strip our hand down. So I want to start on the draw with as many cards in my hand as possible. Treetop, nice. We dodged the first owie. All right, there's an AK. Let's portent me. Any land will do. No lands, shuffle. F6. F6. Uh-oh. The bad thing's happening, chat. We've still got a chance to find the thing we're looking for. What a good day to be me. I don't think I Mox Diamond. I think I value Gush too highly. We're just going to play the fetch and pass. We're going to wake that Gibbons up at the end of their turn, but we're not going to do it on our turn. We don't want to take 4 for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I would maybe even AK main phase. No, I would prefer it if our opponent didn't attack us for 4 next turn. I don't like the way Gibbons interacts with their Pernicious Deeds. Yavimaya Elder is fine. I don't care about that either. All right, end step, fetch. Let's wake up the monkeys. Monkeys, wake up. It's dinner time. I'm for dinner. There's another Gush. That's kind of cool. Take a draw. Another island's also kind of cool. Okay, let's go blue. Actually, we don't need to Gush right now, right? I think I need to deal with the Gibbons. I can't just be taking free infinite damage. But it kind of feels like I don't need to Gush yet. I think I'm just going to cast Mox Diamond, put the island down. Well, then I guess if I Gush, I can make my land drop too, though. No, yeah, I actually messed that up. This is better. I should have Gushed first. All right, foil's pretty cool. Then we can go black. No, instead of Duressing, we will just Swords. Swords the Gibbons. I guess we AK. Ooh. That's perfect. Portent me. Wow, that's just an Armageddon, huh? And 2 Psychatogs? Yeah, we'll keep all this. Tog will sandwich the Geddon. We'll make a Geddon Tog sandwich. And then F6. F6. Yeah, it was a great sequence. I ruined it, but my deck like kind of helped it alley-ooped for me. It made me look better than I was. I kind of fucked the sequence up, but my deck was good. Sometimes a good deck can help a bad player, you know what I mean? There are actually a couple cards I would just straight up foil here. Attack for 2, I take. Don't forget to hydrate. Thank you, Kevin. Bunky Monkey's fine. Another land, what costs 3? Punky Deed. Do I care about Punky Deed anymore? I don't think so. Just take a draw, play a land, tap for 1, 2, 3, get Psychatog into play. They crack their deed, they gotta crack their monkey. Kill Mox? Yeah, it kills Mox. It absolutely kills Mox. There's not a lot we can do about that. It's not like we could Armageddon there. We'll just pass. All right, man, so happy to see the deck getting some love. Best of luck with it. I'm heading to my LGS for some Premodern. Crush at the end of the event. Crush the end of the event. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for this sick list. This has been very fun to kind of learn how to play. It's a very, very cool deck. Yeah, so far I actually don't think our opponent's ghosting. End step. Yeah, if they punky, I think they might be ghosting. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, we'll grow my Tog a little bit. That's fine. It's all gone. My poor AKs. Next turn. Well, if we don't do it now, we never do it, right? 1, 2. I guess their Yavimaya Elder is going to be really annoying to us, but we have to proc some type of action from our opponent, I think. This is going to wake up the deed. I think that's okay. Yeah, Gush, wake up the funky monkeys. Draw 2. Another diamond's pretty cool, huh? We got to play this island out. We don't have a choice, really. And then we go white, blue, and then we Armageddon our opponent. This should cause them to deed. Like Yavimaya Elder, then deed. Yep, Tog's dead. They don't get the draw off their Elder now. So they just get 2 lands. All right, Geddon. Then we will play diamond, pitch island, and then I guess we can like, I don't think we need to Duress yet. Although I can't think of a 1-drop I'm going to counter, so I may as well. Their hand might just be like land. They've got forest, swamp, mystery card. I don't think I care about what they could have. I'm just going to pass. And now we have 2 Armageddons in our deck, which is really cool. There he is. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll Duress now. If we had more mana to work with, I wouldn't feel the need to compress my Duresses, but I currently do feel that need. Cabal Therapy, yeah, go away. We've got Ravenous Baloth Swamp. All right, F6. Normally I'd hold the Duress too, but this game is now being compressed. We're in this race against our opponent finding mana sources. So I need to use all my mana. This is a pretty solid top deck. Any treetops are now dead from our opponent. Take a draw. Do we find a land? We don't, but our hand's still pretty strong. Not sweating anything just yet. It could get bad if they just like develop Pernicious Deed, but they need to find land Pernicious Deed off the top in that order. 6. They don't do anything. Land. Hi. I feel a little bit anxious about developing Tog just yet. We've got permission up. I think we're looking for a Gush before we develop the Tog. All right, they're just passing. We're just going to play Draw Go for a few turns. Great. Now I can hardcast Foil. 1 more land and I can play Tog and back it up with Counterspell. Now they're at a really high life total, so I'm going to need to do some work with these Togs. Black. Cabal Therapy. Fetch. Island. Hardcast Foil. Them naming Psychatog would really ruin our F6. Come on, Gush. You're our best draw. You're a runner-up. Fetch. Plains. 1, 2. Black. Psychatog. Go ahead. You're up, opponent. I still think this matchup is absolute dookie. Just FYI. All right, time to start chipping. The only thing we know is Baloth. Combat. Attack. Let me stop for a second and think. Is there a chance that I just like Armageddon holding up Counterspell? I think I can wait a little bit longer. We're just going to pass, actually. That fetch is dead. That's why we're not playing it. Got a little bit of one of those. How about a Counterspell? Yeah, we're out of islands. We're looking for like another Gush. That would be the thing that pushes us to where I don't think we can lose anymore. Passing, sure. My turn. Untap and draw. Well, you've smothered my Psychatog. Duress. I think we do that here. Genesis Baloth. Okay, we really want to find Gush, because if we can Armageddon again, they might be donezo. You've got a Baloth. End step lets swords the Baloth. They should sack it in response. Yep, that lets them buy it back with Genesis over and over and over. Untap draw. City of Brass. I don't think we're playing lands. We're trying to set up for an Armageddon. Go ahead, opponent. Another Ravenous Baloth. Now I think we're Geddening into land, because I have to swords this. Swords that as well. They're at 31. That's a tall order. Gush off the top, please. Damn. Well, these fetches are sure dead, but I think we do have to Geddon. Geddon? City of Brass. F6. We do have Swamp. Have you used it already? Did we lose that in our first Geddon? Oh, I think Swamp's still on our deck. Oh, that's great. Crypt is not. I think we actually have to counter Crypt. We need to have enough gas. All right, F6. Tog. Duress. Not yet. Delta F6. I think we will fetch with the Delta just because we want to like not draw lands anymore. Notably, Gushes are dead now. End step, let's grab that Swamp. Go to my turn, untap, draw. Opponent, you're behind on time, and even if you win, we have a game 3. All right, there's a Gush. I guess we're on hardcast it mode. How many actual mana sources are left in our deck? Just cities? We need to draw Mox something fierce. You're absolutely right. One of the few times drawing Gush makes me sad. Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to go, but that's how it's going now. All right. If our opponent weren't at 31, we'd feel so good right now. And step, my turn. AK jump scare. Opponent burning their own clock is not a good idea here. I'm up by like 2 minutes. Ooh, City of Brass. Play it. F6. How many Meddling Mages have we seen this game? It's 0, right? Are there 4 Meddling Mages in the bottom 20 cards of my deck? Duress, that's tough. That resolves though. This board state right now is why I don't like Duress in the matchup. Meddling Mage, naming Punky? Can't cast it like that. Let's actually Duress them. All right, naming Genesis, I guess. White, blue. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to name some other. All right, something resembling a clock. Let's go. Mage, I need you to connect with my opponent 15 times. Could you do that for me? Oh, he's cast 2 Smothers? So that's probably a bad name then, huh? Yeah, I'd like it if they started drawing treetops. Combat to F6. Treetop. F6. AK draw 2. Blue, ouch. Portent me. Looking for Togs. I'll take 2 counterspells. I'll take the City of Brass first though. Combat, attack, F6. So punished for not naming wall. We draw a Tog, it's like still kind of fine. How many Togs are left in our deck? That's 1, 2 in the bin. None in exile, we've got 1 left. City of Brass. Combat, I won't, I'll just pass. At this point, I'm worried about decking before I can kill my opponent. A lawnmower waste. All right, Gush, fine shit. Ooh. All right, now we can get a mage down on... At this point, the thing that's going to kill us is our cities. White, no response. Let's name that Genesis. And then, yeah, let's go to 6 and play another mage. Nah, we'll hold up Counterspell. We'll just pass. Yeah, I'm just holding up 2 Counterspells before. I'm going to keep holding up Counterspell and casting Meddling Mage. I think that's better. Green, colorless. Activate Treetop. No response. What do they name here? I'm not Counterspelling this. If they name Counterspell, that's kind of weird. Reveals their hand. Oh, they're going to put their own Genesis in the bin. That's so smart. Opponent, very intelligent. I should have paid attention to who they were targeting, huh? That was pretty good. I like that a lot. Untap, draw. Okay, combat. Operation, find every copy of City of Brass. Live. Damage. What's the thing I'm the most concerned with? I think it's just them Balothing over and over. So I think I'm going to Meddling Mage on Baloth. Although they wouldn't... No, they can absolutely do that. They have a Wall of Roots. And step, pass. Yavimaya? Yeah, makes sense. Appa solid. He's been top 8ing and top 16ing a bunch. Yeah, right on. I mean, I play them in, what do you call it? The leagues all the time, and they seem great. Let's go to combat. Let's beep. You're going to take 4. Get them back to their starting life total finally. Damage. And let's not die to our own mana base, huh? Pitch Flooded Strand. Go. Tog, where are you? I need you to do things for me. Are you targeting Baloth? Don't I have one of these on Baloth? I do. Oh, they just leave it in the bin so they can cast the thing. Our wall? No. Another wall. Do I have to let that go? It's awkward. Yeah, I have to let that go. Take a draw. Okay. White. Swords, big one. Combat, attack with all, F6. Watch time. No, fuck the time. Watch my deck size. I've got 8 cards. Yeah, you're going to get another wall, looks like. All right, they're slotted to go to 12 now. On tap. Psychatog. Another counterspell. We'll take it. Tog's the bottom card. Watch that be the case. All right, you go to 12. Counterspells. Keep my opponent off the board, please. Pass. Wall of Roots eats a counterspell. Blue. This is not Lanny's. This is Jon Cawley's. Wall of Blossoms. Do I need to counter this? I think I do. Yeah, that thing's just going to sit in play and let them exist. Blue, F6. Come on, deck. Where's my last Psychatog? If they have to use that wall again, they're kind of in trouble. Here's where they should cast their Yavimaya. Yeah, there's the Elder. So now we can't attack unless we draw swords. Deck, come on. All right, hold it for Tog. Combat, I can't attack into that thing. I guess we're just F6ing until our opponent, either we draw our deck or our opponent finds a way to win. God, their deck's so good in a grind game. I was probably supposed to counter that Cabal Therapy. I didn't realize they were targeting themselves. Tog, I need you now. Hello, it's you. Blue, whatever. Psychatog, I'm home. All right, go. Although I think I just deck, right? I guess there might be another swords in my deck. I might be able to get rid of that Yavimaya Elder and keep just pushing with every single thing. Yep, you've got a Wall of Blossoms. Control, it's Annul. That's not good here. Go to combat. Let's attack here. Force you to block. There is no wonder, correct. All right, exile 2. 1, 2. Damage. F6. Yep, you can keep Elder in. Swords. I think I've got 1 more swords left. If I can, do I? Let's find out. Portent, the last 2 cards in my deck. That's just a Meddling Mage. Any order? No. Is there any out for me here? Full send? See if they misclick? Okay, let's grow this Tog big enough to kill the Wall of Blossoms, I guess. Damage. F6. Yeah, I think we're just decking. I actually don't think I have a way in. But at this point, our opponent's played for 22 minutes And they keep casting spells. They should just be F6ing. Opponent, just F6 until my turn. That Cabal Therapy on themselves, Genesis. It was such a good play. I don't know why your opponent keeps paying for things. Yep, okay. Mystery Man wins. Begin sideboarding. Do I want to change anything based on play draw? I think I'm just playing to survive, right? Yeah, submit. Daze is a bit better on the play. Resubmit. I could see keeping all 4 diamonds. I don't know, though. What a stressful challenge this has been. Damn, new fluorescent fungus videos going gangbusters. Yeah, I'll play first. Let me see. We got a web, Portent. I guess this is a keep, just based off the back of Portent. All right. Land, fetch, island, tap it, Portent me. No lands. Okay, any order, shuffle. F6. The Tsabo's web will make me feel very good. F6. Oh, another Portent I guess we'll take. Treetop. All right, land off the top. Let's make it easy. Boo. All right, Portent me. Give it another chance. All right, there we go. Flooded Strand. I'll take that. I kind of want all these cards, so I'll just take them all. 1, 2, 3. Don't use the ability. Pass the turn. Yeah, I guess our opponent might. There's a chance they can't physically win this fast. That's a bummer, though. All right, I guess we don't need that bottom card. Yeah, we're just going to fetch now. Get another island. Tap for 2. Play Tsabo's web. F6. Another treetop. Opponent, that's not what you wanted. Untap. Draw. 1, 2. Cast this Gush. All right, play this island back out. Play this Mox Diamond out. Pitching Flooded Strand, I guess. Portent you. Cabal Therapy, Deed, Smother. All right, I'll give you Smother to the bottom, followed by Cabal, followed by Deed. I will not shuffle you. I will tap for a blue or white. Play Meddling Mage. Name Pernicious Deed. And then F6. Untap, draw, land, combat, attack for 2. Beep, beep. Meddling Mage, naming Smother. Go ahead. F6. Take a draw. Polluted Delta, combat, full send. F6. Hey, Mr. Mushroom, going to my first paper Premodern tournament this Sunday. I'm playing the Boros Astral Slide deck. Oh, Rifter? Good for you, buddy. I'm glad. Love to see it. All right. The fuck am I doing? I'm going to cast this AK. All right, I'm going to fetch. I'm going to grab a swamp. I'm going to cast this AK. That's not how you pay for that. No response. Yeah, you can crack your crypt. I'll draw a card. Untap. Draw an island. Play it. Let's duress you. We might be able to kill them within time at this point. Bunch of PDs that you can't cast. Smother that they can't cast. Therapies that they can't cast. I guess I'll just take the Smother in case something goes wrong. I don't care about the therapies. Combat. Full send. Go ahead. Adding the Tsabo's web to my sideboard has been pivotal. AK. Untap. Draw. Combat. I'm going to try to race my opponent's clock. I'm going to try to kill my opponent before their clock can. Land go. Hey, you found a forest. Activate treetop? Sure. All right. Yeah, we get there. We get there. We beat the rock. Wow. That was actually surprising. And we didn't even need to clock him out. You navigated these matches really good, Shroom. Well-deserved payback. Hey, thank you. I like to think I'm pretty okay at the Tog style decks, and I have practice with Grow a Tog. So, like, this isn't that distant. So I like to think raw reps help me. We're going to keep a risky one. We've got Mage. We know what the matchup is. If we draw land and they don't have Daze, we're just going to open up on Mage. If not, we'll Portent. F6. Draw land. We don't have it, so we'll just tap. We'll Portent ourselves. There's a Duress. That's quite good. All right, we're going to bury the Portent under the Duress, under the Flooded Strand. No shuffle. F6. Please don't turn to Dreadnought me, you big jerk. They didn't. That's exciting. Here, I think that last card isn't that important. They are playing AK, so I really don't want to be forced to cast the first AK. I almost think I'm supposed to play Flooded Strand and just wait to cast things like Duress. Yeah, we're just going to play the Strand and pass. I'm not willing to fetch into Stifle or play this Meddling Mage into Counterspell, so we're just shipping it. Island, yep. My turn, untap, draw a dead one, but it's not actually dead. Portent me. Kind of looking for a swords. I'll take a Daze into a foil. I think I got to draw the island first, though. So we'll go foil, island, Daze. No shuffle. Go ahead, opponent. The Daze isn't going to work great if they Dreadnought combo us. It's going to work well if they try to counterspell our Meddling Mage. It's going to depend on how our opponent sequences their turn, though. Oh, shit. We've been playing without the card reader this whole time. I'm sorry. Just in case someone new doesn't know what cards do. All right, no Dready Dreads. Untap, draw. All right, here I think we're going to... I kind of like the idea of getting this diamond into play. Pitching the island, tap it for a black, and duress the opponent. Counterspell. Tap this for 1 Daze. See if they have Stifle. All right, they pay it. Stifle this. All right, Stifle's fine. That means they have 1 less Stifle for Dreadnought. So this all happens. I don't like to be the first person to do this, but I will, in this case, AK. And then, yeah, F6. I actually don't love our current spot, but we're going to keep fighting. AK, yeah, you got it. I did cast the first one. All right, you're not doing anything. Great. Untap Gush, rip. We got to start casting spells now, I think. Meddling Mage. Hardcast Daze would be good here. I would have just hardcast it. Nope. Combat, you're up, buddy. Ugh, we're finding all the AKs. Island would be stellar here. Hardcast Daze runs into Daze. Brother, we had to make that play. Oh, you're saying that if they, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying I hardcast Daze and then ran into Daze. I was like, what? Yeah, I will sort of stop in their upkeep. Pass. Why does one not use recoil and Tog? It's just so slow. All right, fetching your upkeep. Grab an island. You can continue. I just wanted to make sure my fetch resolved, that's all. Another island, okay. My turn, take an untap and a draw. We're gonna gush. All right, we'll play an island back out. We've got 2 floating. Let's play this diamond out. Plays a little hard into powder keg, but I've got like kind of a plan here. Let's go black and play this Psychatog. How much permission you got, asshole? All right, I'll counterspell back. Daze. Are we foiling Daze here? No, I don't think so. We'll stop fighting now. They're down to 5 in hand. Next turn, we can try to go for Gush Psychatog again, really hoping that our opponent doesn't just keg us. As a matter of fact, if they do, we have to probably pitch Psychatog foil island. Not stoked about that. Gush? Yeah, it's fine. Island Dreadnought combo? Surely you have it by now. I guess not. Okay. End step. You got to discard. Counterspell, solid top deck. Island, chill? Chill. Opponent just commented and said Dreadnought is out of the deck, smiley face. He's in there somewhere. You just got to dig. Bold to give me a smiley face after bad guying me. Chain of Vapor? I think I have to be okay with this. Portent's fine. Land. Did they shuffle? They shuffled. Well, they're really having trouble finding Dreadnought. You draw up to 7. I'll draw up to... No, you draw up to 6. I'll draw up to 6. I'm going to gush. Okay. Island. Mox Diamond. Kind of awkward, but I think we're doing this. Pitch. Tap for black. Tog? Yeah, I'm not playing Geddon into this 4 open mana. I want Geddon out of my deck in this matchup. I don't think it's very good. All right, let's just counterspell a foil, see if they have another Daze. They've already used 2. Down to 2 in hand? All right, I mean F6. Draw Meddling Mage before they develop Shrimp? I mean, I have Swords to Plowshares, so... Impulse? Yeah, I'm F6 and I don't have anything for you. Yeah, 6 for 2 trades, we take those. Keg? That's not great. All right, draw. F6. F6. The first, so it's a 2 for 4. Yeah, the first foil was hardcast. AK, draw 8 million. Surely you have it now. No? Okay. F6. Fucking Tog. You look so happy. You're not what I need right now. Sure, dude. You did it. You drew all 4 of your AKs. Where's your Dreadnought? What are the chances the 4 shrimps are the bottom 4 cards of the library? Seems non-zero right now. I'm starting to get a little card blind. I need to turn on my big studio light and turn off the heat. It is hot. All right, you draw off Portent. Did you shuffle? Or did you shuffle my library? They portented me? Sure, F6. You got a Dreadnought. Polluted Delta. Diamond? You know, I probably should have played Polluted Delta then Gush. Now I have to commit to this. Stop you in your upkeep. Go. In your upkeep. Swords. All right, we get got. Let's figure out how we're sideboarding here. We like Annul. We like Disenchant. We kind of almost like Tsabo's Web, weirdly. We don't like anything else. We don't like Armageddon. I actually don't mind Daze exactly on the play. I can lose like 2 Psychatogs. This game's about Meddling Mage, not Tog. So I cut 1 Daze and then cut like an accumulated knowledge. That's our sideboard plan. We submit. Cut Mox into the keg deck. I think these Moxen are kind of load bearing. Like we could technically, if you wanted to be real cheeky, we could go Tog Mox out, cut like 1 Mox. But my problem with that line is that it's not good because we can turn 1 Meddling Mage. They have to foil that. So I'm going to play into the turn 1 Meddling Mage. All right, I'll be on the play. No turn 1 Meddling Mage, but we can go like turn 1 Tsabo's Web. Is that fine? Yeah. Only thing I can check about this deck is with 20 lands, 4 Mox, we seem quite low on lands quite a bit. Yeah, this isn't new. This is the Grow a Tog plan. We use our cantrips and gushes to set our Mox Diamonds up. It's not the same thing as Mox Diamond in a Terrageddon deck. It's like a different way to use Mox. Yeah, Grow runs like 17, 18, 19 lands. And the deck's mana like always works. It's weird. All right, Flooded Strand, fetch. Grab basic island, play Mox Diamond, pitch city, cast Tsabo's Web, F6. Another gush, we just need another island and we're in the money. Hyper Guy, do we have any shuffle effects other than Portent or Graveyard Recursion? Like, I mean, we've got 8 fetches, so there's our shuffle effects. Portent, sure. Island is our best draw. Well, Meddling Mage is our best draw, but like, Island would be really good. Island, Portent into Meddling Mage, hold up Gush. Seems strong. You draw off Portent, I draw for turn. Disenchant's not bad. Let's Portent me. All right, another Island, deal. I'll bury Portent under Duress under Island. Not use the effect, F6. Yeah, we've got 8 fetches. We've actually got 12 shuffles in our deck. No response, I'll draw to Portent. Powder Keg? Yeah. At this point, we luckily just have our second land drop lined up, so it's okay. Yep, you got it. That's fine. All right, F6. Draw land, F6. Untap. There's a Portent. We're going to gush. There's a Meddling Mage. Let's see if they have Stifle. Seems solid. Fetch. What you got? Impulse is fine. Bummer, I've been bested by the best deck in format. Blue-white replenish. Deck is gross. Yeah, that deck's messed up. I agree. Stifle? Sure, no response. All right, we're going to now Portent me. They're down to 5 in hand. Perfect. All right, Portent, Swords. Kind of not in the market for any of those, so we will any order them. Yes, shuffle. And then unfortunately, we can't do anything with our mana. We're just kind of like out of lands, but we will see how we develop from here. I really, Swamp for Duress. We find a Dreadnought early enough this time? No? Okay, F6. Flooded Strand. Let's go ahead and let's actually wait on the Duress. They haven't done anything yet. Let's just play this and then pass the turn. We'll pitch honestly, just maybe this second Gush. Yeah, you've got a flash. I really should have eaten like a big breakfast today. I'm probably riding on like a solid 650 calories for the day since I woke up this morning. And it's almost 6 p.m. my time, so I'm also getting like lightheaded. It's not a great way to play Magic. All right, yeah, we're going to go to the next turn. And I think our pitch could just be a land. I think I want all my Gushes. So, it'll just be Gush. Kevin, are you out there screaming the words of Fluctuator into the comments, into the chat? Kevin played Fluctuator at our local event. It was sweet. On tap draw, Counterspell's fine. Play Island, F6. Next turn, we'll probably try to Duress. Impulse is fine. Once played Fluctuator combo with Mortal Kombat as the win con. I guess it's been nearly 30 years now. They're looking for something right meow. Oh, you've got Panda Burst ready for the next event? That deck's so cool. That deck fucking rules, for real. All right, opponent, you're up. We're both at 7 cards, but you have noticeably more resources than I do. Gush, makes sense. Dreadnought, Counterspell. Foil, Pitchcast? Sure. Do I? No, this is fine. We'll let you do the thing. You got a Dreadnought. All right, you've got a Stifle. 4 in hand. We can take 1 hit from this Dreadnought. Let's do this. Let's go on tap draw. There's a Counterspell. Black Source, tap it, Duress. You. We've got foil, AK Chain. So we take a foil, and then we just pass. We're going to take a hit from this Dreadnought. Casting the first AK is fine. Opt was what they got off the AK. So they're going to have 2 mystery cards. Do they leave the card on top with Opt, or do they bottom it? Okay, they've got a card that was random. It was not a card they kept. So it's 2 completely neutral cards off the top, plus foil, plus chain. Combat for 12. I take 12. Land. So 1 mystery card, my turn. Duress, solid, but not, I think, what we're after. I think we're just going to counterspell. Yep, fetch. Plains. 1, 2. Wait, better idea. In your upkeep. Pass to you. Vision Charm blows us out, but like we have another chance to find a removal spell. 1, 2, Disenchant Dreadnought. All right, they let it go. Perfect. Draw. Probably realized they couldn't win that fight. All right. Take a little on tap, a little draw, little City of Brass, huh? Let's Duress you first. Foil. I think we'll be Duressing you. Dominate and Chain of Vapor. Well, we got to get the Dominate. They got Chain of Vapor plus land. So we'll play Gush. Okay, City of Brass. Really should have played an island. That was kind of goofy. I'm at 5. Meddling Mage. Boop. Blue. No response. No response. I think we just want to get the job done. I'm actually going to be weird and name Chain of Vapor here. If I can draw Tog, I want to end the game with it. Go. They have Stone Cold 0 resources here, so they're just playing off the top. They're holding the island, sure. On tap, draw. Annul's a fine draw. Go to combat. Attack. At some point, we'll start drawing our AKs. The biggest detriment we have for this game is that we accidentally played City of Brass, and we've taken a Dreadnought hit. So, like, this is a dangerous-ass City of Brass. All right, we know Chain of Vapor, they can't cast, plus 2 mystery cards in hand. The likelihood that one of them's permission at this point, kind of high. On tap, draw. Portent. Tap. Portent. Me. Well, I kind of want all these, right? Okay, Disenchant to the bottom, followed by Foil, AK. No using the ability. Combat. Attack you. And then Island, pass the turn. Draw off Portent. Essence Flare. Annul? Is that right? No, I feel like I can lose this Meddling Mage. It's only on Chain of Vapor? Yeah, okay, Essence Flare's fine. Uncastable Chain in hand. Do I need to cast this AK now? I could Disenchant it, it's true. I think I need to take a risk and try to get this AK to resolve. All right, it did. On tap, I'll let it get the first counter because I want to swing for 4. All right, go to combat. Attack you. I can just like disenchant it on their turn, right? Go. Combat. End step. Disenchant the Essence Flare. Counterspell. They want it that bad? Oh, they must be trying to set up Parallax combo. No response. I have to let this go, I think. All right, my turn. On tap. No response. My Meddling Mage is dead. Mox Diamond. Yeah, we'll play that. Cast Diamond. Pitch City. Just ship the turn. Looking for a Tog to end the game. Another land? Sure. On tap. Draw. Island. Go. Yeah, it's a good matchup. I think it's fun from both sides. I think I'm favored. I have the shakes because I need to actually eat a meal. And I'm definitely in a rush right now. But we've played it twice today. We beat this person in Swiss. We beat another Dreadnought player. We can lose it. This is a good Dreadnought player. They kind of bad guide us in Swiss. I guess we keep playing lands. Go. But yeah, this is a very fun matchup. There's a lot of play to it from both sides. Portent, sure. AKs, Togs, Gushes, where you at? Although I've only got one Gush left in my deck, I can't get aggravated about not drawing that. Untap, draw a good one. Well, you draw first. Then I draw a good one. Okay, Mage, cast. Chain of Vapor. This is a 6-turn clock, so. And I've got multiple ways to answer Dreadnought in hand. This is the guy, yeah, this is the guy who burnt my clock. We kind of did that to our last round opponent, but it didn't matter because we killed them in time in game 3. Up until the last couple draw steps, I genuinely wasn't sure whether or not I had a out to the situation I was in. Untap. We had to Portent to check my deck to see what was left. AK? Yeah, I mean, I can't stop you. It's fine. Is it my turn to draw an AK? I mean, yeah, I don't think I can fight these. Annul. Okay, well, we gotta fight attack. They should activate, which they do. I'm going to Swords. Counterspell, I will cast Foil. Yeah, we're in trouble. Op just drew like 85 cards. If we find AKs ourselves, we're back in the game. But right now, we've been playing from behind kind of the whole round. We had a very good opener against them, both games, in the Swiss portion when we played them. But even though they definitely bad guide us, like we can't deny that this opponent's very good at this deck. They wouldn't have as many trophies as they do if they didn't. Okay, this is a fight that I'm willing to take. Yep, I'll trade you my Mage that's on chain, mind you. All right, blockers. Damage. Opponent, yeah, they did find their AKs better than we did, for sure. Powder Keg? Do I fight Powder Keg? I don't think so. Attackers, instep, my turn, untap, draw. Top of our deck is not being kind to us at all. The fuck costs that much mana? Flash? Yeah, I can't stop you. All right, continue. Keg's going up. My turn. There's our AK. We're gonna not do anything until they do something, though. I need them to tap bunches of mana to try to resolve something that matters. Because right now I'm ahead on the clock, so they're going to have to do something to change the way this game's going. Gush, hardcast, that's fine. Continue. They've got 15 cards in their deck. Are they just trying to set up for a brain freeze? That'd be tough. That'd be tough for us. Flashback, Flash of Insight. Is this the time where I pull the trigger? I don't think so. None of this actually does anything to hurt me. We're still like chilling. Did he remove AKs from the yard? No, he did not. With the size of their library, this is bona fide demonic tutor. Yeah, they might be trying to brain freeze us. Next turn. Storms at what, 2? No brain freeze in their latest 75. We Gucci, you think so? I don't think we're Gucci. I feel like we're losing this game. For Parallax Tide, Annul, Attackers, Unstep, my turn, Sword. Yeah, we just pass. You're up, opponent. Pop the keg on, what is that, 2? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this job done with 1 factory. 1, 2, 3, Tide. For sure, Annul. Combat. We need a threat to pair with this AK, otherwise there's no way it resolves. AK? I mean, at this point, dude, you're gonna draw your deck. Go for it. All right, Counterspell, Island, go. I'll wait for them to discard before I crack this AK. Opponent, do you have any win conditions? Surely they didn't take out all their Dreadnoughts. We've only seen 1 for Parallax Tide Counterspell. Respond to the Counterspell with nothing, I guess. Yeah, no, you can have a Tide, dude. Chain. All right, let's float all of the, what are we targeting? We getting my swamp? We're leaving the swamp alone. So let's float the mana here, here, and here. And then let the chain resolve. I guess we like need the AK right now that I'm thinking about it. AK, using a blue, a white, a blue, a white. They shout, use this reset factory after attacking to deal 4 damage. Counterspell, sure, no response. Do you mean they should? Am I just misreading? Sorry. I don't think they have brain freeze. They haven't been playing like they're shooting for brain freeze. Float a white here. You got a bunch of my lands. Okay, combat, attackers, end step. My turn, untap. You discard. Draw a land. We'll play a fetch. And we'll pass. Is there planes in my deck? I mean, I know there was. Is there still? Nope, there's not. All right, this first 2 is going to happen. Oh, because I thought I could fetch for a planes. I forgot they took our planes out. Dreadnought. Yeah, I think we get got here. Stifle's good. Where's our brain freeze? That would win it. If we had brain freeze, that'd be pretty good. Portent me? Yeah, brother, I have fetches in play. This play doesn't make sense. I guess Stifle. I guess another Stifle stops us from shuffling. Yeah, I believe that is the case. End step. Fetch. Stifle? Yes, sir. No response. All right, untap. You draw off Portent. I draw for turn. It's Daze. Cast Mox Diamond. Pitch. Go ahead. In your upkeep, well, swords here, I guess. This is a Dreadnought Masterclass. They played it very well. Yeah, agreed. Now, they got quite a bit luckier than we did. They were able to convert so many AKs in the early game when we weren't able to, which kind of messed us up pretty bad. Get in with that factory. Rude. Daze. Cast. Return this island. Pay it. No response. All right. Fetch. GG. Top 4. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not a win. But with this Tog list, we'll take a top 4. That was pretty sweet. We only saw 1 AK. We saw 2. We saw 1 in our opening hand and the other one on turn 20. So we didn't see as many as we'd like to in that matchup. Let's do a raid. That was pretty sweet. I guess we'll do some closing thoughts, and I think this will make the Fluorescent Fungus channel. Closing thoughts. I actually loved the web. This was different than Cawley's list. Let's turn this card reader on so we can actually look at the cards while I'm talking about them. We're not playing the Powder Keg, which could be better in the Dreadnought matchup, but I feel like we're pretty prepared for Dreadnought. Sorry, I was definitely like, I need to go eat food. I need to go do things. I've been staring at this blue screen for too many hours. But this felt good. These warrants, I suspect, are very good in mono red. I feel like they're probably carrying the matchup for us. We didn't play mono red once in this entire event, so we never got to test them out. Everything else felt really good. I think Jon Cawley's list is really well tuned. I like it a lot. I think if you've got diamonds and you want to try a different version of Tog, take this for a spin. I've only played this in 2 events, and it was a 4-1 league and a top 4 challenge. I think this deck is the truth. If you're watching this on Fluorescent, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time.